I am.
Mm-hmm. Indeedly-do.
Okay, there we go.
It looked like your camera just flipped.
It did.
It did because I'm. It's a mirrored feed.
I understand. Okay. Very cool. Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
the app has like zoom controls, readjusting, and then ability to flip.
This new setup is so much nicer. I needed the extra screen space so bad.
All right, everybody ready to get started?
I guess.
If we have to.
Boy, oh boy, was last week exciting. There was a race with dinosaurs, and it was hoodwinked or buffooned by invisible Sithril after we placed bets. And then we encountered the guards because I quote Flynn walked up to the guard or to the bookie and said, "I want my money." And then they refused to give it to us until the research or investigation as to the race is concluded. So not only did we successfully, uh, you know, baffle the race or fix it, but we also did not reap any of the benefits.
Skipping over the bodies.
Nobody that we can leave out that detail.
It wasn't skipping over the bodies, it was trampling over the bodies.
Approximately 22 killed, more injured. And we didn't get the money, importantly. So we burnt down a church. With some additional steps in between.
We're doing your screen. What
That was the plan, right?
Yes, it was, but I said, yeah, see, if I click on this, it basically takes away everything.
You've gone.
Yeah, everything, like, I won't be able to,
We lost Flynn.
let me see, hold on, maybe.
He's switching over to using my stream, I think, is the thing.
Gotcha.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to redo everybody's camera now.
Sorry, I completely forgot about that till just now.
I don't know, yeah, I guess, I mean,
Now everybody's cut in half.
yeah, if you guys want to wait another 15 minutes, I can do this, but next time we gotta have it up earlier so when I'm doing the cameras, you know? So we avoid this. So if you guys want to wait it, I can fix it and put his screen on.
I'm so excited. The very end of the session, too, Bramnir dropped a fireball as our Loxodon friend was hugging some of the guards with his tail and trunk and whatnot.
Oh boy.
Oh no, the guard hugging was earlier in the day. The only bad guy we had involved at this point was the
Sketchy man assaulting, well, pressuring the priest. Bumped into me rudely.
bumped into you rudely.
Fully and
You know what?
fireball.
Doing it this
the
way,
Zenturian.
we can't make out any of the
The Zentirum
actual
agent,
board.
yes.
Yeah.
So we cast a fireball because of one man who bumped into
He
me.
was clearly a bad guy. I don't
because
think.
he bumped into you.
For one, he was also arguing with a priest aggressively. Like,
But you don't like priests.
there was plenty of flags. Plenty of flags. Just because I'm the only one who picked up on them. You'll be thanking me later.
So he was arguing with someone that you're probably going to end up arguing with in a couple minutes anyway.
Yeah, I'm not going to poke him or anything. He was being very rude to this man. I cannot tolerate rudeness and bumping into me. I think you deserve
Joel.
more. I only did a third level.
My mic is fucking up already. So I don't know if you heard me. If I do it this way, you can't even see the board. I can pop up on the stream, but there's like
Okay.
no detail to the board.
Okay. Then
Oh, yeah.
let's drop that plan for the time being.
All right, stop that
I
broadcast, or let me see if I can stop your screen sharing thing.
Yeah.
I gotta see if everybody's things go back to where they were.
All right, then alternatively, Flynn, I can just give you God view.
Yeah, that'll work.
Loading back up. What bonus session? That should still be popping up.
Ooh. We have a line
Oh,
through
it is
Jethro.
because it did. All right, there we go. Looks like Flynn has jam view mode now.
Wait, is Kunko Mike? Are you Drog?
That's my buddy.
Oh, what up, Kunko Mike? That's super cool.
All right, let's see. Let's fix this. You can go ahead and start, Joel, and I can.
Right. Well, I think it's fair to say once you threw a fireball at the Zentirum agent that he was ready for a fight as initiative begins.
Yeah, aren't we? This is a church, so what is the scene that we're set in?
We are set in the Temple of Savarus. You'd come here seeking some insights, only to be met with a dispute between the high priest, the grandfather of the temple, and a Zentirum agent. As the falling out escalated, Bramnir, the Lich Wizard, decided to fireball things. Because every room looks better with a fireball in it. As soon as the fireball went off, Grandfather Zentembe held up his arms and shouted, "No, no!" But it was already too late, as from a darkened corner, a shot fires off with the thunk of a crossbow in the direction of Brock. Narrowly missing a natural 20 as the shot whips across. And strikes Brock in the chest.
Ah,
As the shot hits Brock, I will need a Constitution saving throw for Brock, which is going to come to insufficient, as he is hit for 2d8 plus 3 plus 14 plus 8 22d6.
Oh my god.
He's not even
As
here for this.
Brock is struck with an assassin's bolt
Oh, he's not down.
and is not down as the shot rings out and you see a figure emerge from the shadows in the corner over here. Flynn, as the flames die down and the sulfuric smoke wafts away, leaving a view once more, you're able to see Brock badly injured, but not by the fireball, but by the shot.
And let's see. Oh, are we trying to kill this agent guy? Like, what's did
There's
I?
2 now. So yeah.
Are you asking what your motivation is?
Yeah, I'm kind of figuring out like what I kind of talking myself through what I just saw from the door, because I'm barely in the church, and I guess I would have saw the fireball go off on this agent guy. And is this the one who fired the bolt?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to come here and attack him.
Whoa! Portent, natural 20.
Ooh,
Oh shit!
And you get sneak because you're a swashbuckler.
Isn't there a ranged importance?
No. Line of sight, I
Okay.
believe. Let me double check. Let's double check.
Yep, creature you can see. Cool.
There you go.
As Flynn strikes out with a natural 20 at this Zentarum agent, you are going to be skipping your normal roll. What weapon were you striking him with? Your new fancy rapier?
Yes, rapier +3, please. Oh, come on.
As you catch him for...
Are you serious?
Wow!
Are you serious? Are you serious?
No! Oh my goodness!
Should be all this. Yeah.
Wow!
Are you serious?
Doesn't seem to be rolling it.
Yeah, what the... Your sneak is broken right now. Wonderful. It is a critical sneak, at least. You can't mess that up too badly, as you get to roll 10d6 for your sneak.
Oof.
All twos and threes. Not 1, 5, or 6.
As
I
you
really hope that would
slash
be
for
better.
42 damage, he uncanny dodges, bringing that down to 21,
Okay.
Yeah.
making for a most mediocre natural 20.
Thanks for trying, Bramnir. Even though you started
Still the
this
best we
fight.
could have done, I think. Hey, this just proves me right. We would have been ambushed otherwise.
I think that is exactly what is actually taking place right now.
Yeah.
Say, is it
Yeah.
is it by chance possible to get the rolls into the stream that you're displaying with the Foundry? You had that in previous weeks. I don't know how you did it.
The rolls what?
The side scroll of Foundry that shows the rolls and
Oh yeah.
what spells are cast, etc.
I'll do this. Put us right here.
Yeah, the chat. So another shot whips out from the opposite corner at Gilgamesh this time with a
Hey,
24 to hit Gilgamesh.
I didn't even do anything. I was just standing here.
Bad guys.
Guilty by association? As that shot hits Gilgamesh, I will need a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
Oh.
Oh, there you go. As you might actually survive this one then. Us.
Well, so now that changes my whole tactics because I was going to be protective of grandfather and Syndra, but now you went and attacked me. So
I don't like these
That
dice. Get
is-
rid of these dice.
You don't like how they look? I mean, I can
No,
change
I
up
don't
the
like
look.
how they roll.
I'm just jerking your chain. As Gilgamesh is struck for 32 damage in that corner there.
Oh, let's see. What sort of fun things do I get to do when I get hit? I don't think I get to do anything when I get hit with a ranged weapon, though.
Crying is a free action. Aside from that, Sithro.
Gilgamesh does not cry.
Flying of range.
Cithril
The Lich
considers.
maybe, but not Gilgamesh.
Cithril looks to see if they're still invisible, checking their every bit of their being. Am I still invisible?
You still invisible from what? You have compulsion still concentrating on somehow.
I technically put it on a while ago. Lasts for an
Ah,
hour,
what-
but I don't know.
Yep. Then she is still invisible. You have not been interfered with in any way.
I should be
Sure,
concentrating.
compels the dinosaurs to come charging in here. That'll help.
Don't.
I think if she had that kind of fine control, you wouldn't be in this mess.
Can only assume.
So I will approach here and offer Gilgamesh just a little whisper, just as quietly as I possibly can. You are the strongest Minotaur in all the land. You will fight successfully. And I give him bardic inspiration. And then I hide. And he was kind, he was smart. And I end my turn.
So just the bardic, nothing else.
Oh, you don't want to break your
Yes.
invis, I guess.
Okay.
Mhm.
Then this agent, goodness, which direction does he take this? He is going to consolidate things as he is going to go running over to here, pulling out his crossbow and leveling it at Flynn. He is going to fire off the crossbow with a whip, a terrible shot that just barely gets Flynn as he is hit, failing his con save, taking 36 plus sneak
Why did I
attack.
fail my con save?
It seems to have auto rolled for you.
Good
I'm
auto
wondering
roll,
if that's
yeah.
because you're assistant GM now.
Okay. I don't know.
I'm going to look into the settings real quick, but if that is the case, then it's because of that. It's expediting for you.
That's stupid.
But he also gets you. Oh, poor you. Yeah, because it's how I have settings for my NPCs, so I don't need to roll. Putting sneak attack on top of that for a beautiful total of 49 damage.
Halved, right?
If you uncanny dodge.
I do.
All right, 24 back to you. $49, 24, 11. There we go. And Bramnir.
How screwed are we?
It's usually a question you would ask before you fireball all the assassins in the church.
I didn't know there were all these assassins in the church. Oh, wait 1 sec. I'm going to give him one of these. Animate objects. I withdraw some coins, some silver coins from my bag, and animate 10 of them, the tiny coins I have, and send them towards this man over here with my bonus action and attack him. If that's possible. I think there's the range to do that. I think I can.
They can only move 30 feet. So if they're coming from you, they can only get 30.
It's fine.
There you go. Move forward, then produce them, and then send them forward.
Absolutely.
All right. So as you send your 10 silver coins whistling towards him, that is going to be
142 damage.
Yeah, lots of damage there. With his armor class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits, 1 a critical. Can't really uncanny dodge that as he gets smashed. Wowzer.
You're welcome. It's only near
Okay.
death. Okay.
Anything else for Bramnir then?
No, just to mention Sith will now be visible.
Yeah.
That's me.
And I need to get concentration up on you.
Oh,
Brock.
I would imagine he would grapple.
Yeah, I
that
was
means
just
help, really?
contemplating that.
I've used the second wind already.
Yeah, his second wind is out. He's low on those things. Who's he going to grapple, though?
Well, he said
The
last night his
almost dead
thing is
one
to
or the unharmed
protect
one?
people. So who's been doing the attacking?
All of them. um, he's going to take advantage of his movement to get up towards the one in the corner and try to grapple him, because that he's at least going to try to bring them all closer together. Also have to remember he has Cloud Rune. He is going to try to grapple this guy, and let's see if his athletics actually... Wow, this guy has had the worst luck with grappling. Still got a rage left. I guess he's going to go into a rage. Brock, don't hate me, please. All right, so he's going to try one more time to grapple with another athletics check with advantage. 23. Let's see if this Joker can outdo him. Nope. Finally grappled. Bonus action, 2 attacks. I think that is going to be everything for him then, as he gets him held in place. And next turn he drags him in with the others. Gilgamesh.
Okay. Let's see. All right. We'll take our 30 feet to here. And then I will grab one of my new throwing axes that I'm not entirely sure what they are yet. And I'm going to throw it at the assassin that Brock has grappled.
That's beyond normal range, so it's going to be with disadvantage.
Oh, is it? Okay. So then I'll just throw it to this guy that's near death. That way I'm still within range.
Yeah.
How do you want me to throw it since I don't have it identified? I just have a hand axe.
They are +1 hand axes.
+1? Okay. Very good.
And it's will be on your inventory in just a second.
Cool.
There you go. Equipped. Feel free to throw when ready.
All right. Oh, That's ugly. Well, it's a good thing I got 3 of them.
You
How
throw
far?
number 2.
Well, let's see. Yep, I'm still 20 feet away from him. So, yep, I'm going to throw number 2.
He is going to uncanny dodge that one to stay alive, as he just manages to turn out of the way enough to not be mortally wounded.
Hmm.
And your second axe is buried into his shoulder, but he's still standing.
Well, that's not very nice of you.
One might say the same of you guys.
I'm not the one to decide to throw the fireball.
Anything
Oh,
else
I'm
for
murdering.
Gilgamesh after that?
Movements, attacks, and turn.
All right, this Interim agent is moving to here and going to try to disengage from Flynn.
Do I get an attack of opportunity when he moves there?
Nope, not until he leaves reach, but because you have Sentinel, which he has no way of knowing, you get an attack of opportunity on him still. And if you hit, he fails to get away.
Okay.
Because Sentinel overrides disengaging.
Do you want me to take
So
that?
go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yes, please. Yeah. And that's a hit. As you slash into him, he kind of shouts out in surprise at that. Being locked down, he's unable to move anymore. He is going to have to try to just...
Snake.
Yeah, you get sneak on that as a swashbuckler.
Yep, because you can sneak on other people's stuff.
66?
5.
5.
5d6. I'm rolling like crap too.
Wouldn't exactly say that. Oh god, he is unhappy about that. He is going to go once more for his crossbow, praying with all that he's got that he can hit Bramnir, even with disadvantage.
Yeah, okay.
Still does as Bramnir. Oh, shield.
Does I also think I get another attack on that guy, right? Because it says when the creature within 5 feet of me makes an attack against somebody other than me, I can use
But
my
you
reaction.
need you already used your reaction.
On the
Oh,
attack
I see what
creature.
you're saying. On the opportunity attack. Yeah, okay, so
Right,
I only get one reaction. Gotcha.
Exactly.
Well, that's bullshit. I should get 2 reactions. Like a double take.
We just double sneak attack this guy. No shielded off his one attack. So if you want to talk about BS.
And all right, with the shield, he's got no way to stop that. Lynn, it's your turn.
Oh, this guy. This guy.
Finish him.
I will attack him again.
Yeah.
You might as well. Wait, can you steady aim with a melee attack if you're not going to move?
Technically, yeah.
What does that mean?
Or
Steady aim.
If
you
you
don't
use
move at all
your
on your.
if you use your bonus action to like steady your hand and try to hit more precisely, your movement speed will be 0, but you get advantage on the attack roll.
Oh yeah, I want that. Thanks for teaching me something incredibly helpful.
You used it a year ago and then never again. I was really confused.
Why did this guy just get 15 hit points?
He uncanny dodged your hit.
Which one?
The opportunity attack.
Oh, okay.
You would have from back, yeah. They can't do it this time.
I better
Correct.
hit him this time. I'll just
They
roll
have
another
advantage.
d20. Yeah.
Oh, that was close, but that is a hit.
Well, Well, there's the
Very,
advantage.
very close, but you do hit him. Go ahead and roll sneak as well then.
Oh,
Still alive then.
Still alive. Yeah, that'll be my turn. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. I gotta...
Yeah, bonus action, no movement, attack.
I was just going to end my turn manually, and then there was a button that said end combat, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, because you're a GM now, so don't do that, please.
I don't know. I'm a
we're
GM.
clearly gonna win anyway.
The assassins
Great, the
all raise
power's
their
going to his
crossbows
head
under their
already.
chins. Kill themselves. We're out of combat.
First he was mayor. Now he's GM.
I know, right?
It's only going up from here.
Flynn has no idea how his status has just raised.
Best friends, man. You got friends in
Oh my god, he missed
high
Brock
places.
twice.
Fuck is God here.
How do you miss someone that's grappling you? That's the funny part.
Just trunks everywhere.
Yeah.
What amount of trunks? Crazy.
Rudola, he really thought he was okay for this one. Double jabs with the short swords, couldn't get a hit on him to save his life. Cithro.
Cithril takes stock of the situation and bolts westward by 30 feet, and then, oh, yes, raises a hand, claps her hands twice, and yells out to Brock, "May you have this shield!" And I cast Shield of Faith on him. Targeting, casting, and bonus action to Flynn. I yell out quite loudly, "For the sake of all best friends everywhere!"
Shield of Faith is a bonus action.
Oh, yes. So then I do nothing for the and my turn. Action. Hold on. Action.
Can you kill this man?
I will shape change
Into what?
into a tiny Bramnir, and I end my turn.
So a coward, okay.
You shut your mouth.
Oh, strange fascination with changing into Bramnir. I don't understand this.
Who
Me
wouldn't
neither.
want to be a Bramley?
I don't either.
Well, me for one, I have no desire to change into Bramnir.
Yet. Now.
This agent
Give
will
it time.
bonus action disengage from the long list of silver adversaries he's dealing with.
Coward! Coward!
Move over to here, level his crossbow, and see if he can't shoot Flynn on his way out. Oh, and that is indeed a hit, as there's also going to be sneak attack on that, as Flynn fails his con save and takes another 16 on top of that, as Flynn is near death.
I cannot uncanny dodge that?
You used your reaction to take the attack of opportunity. No, that was your turn before.
Yeah,
Yep.
so I still got
And
my
you
reaction.
can. Okay, 31, 47, 23 back. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
And that's all he can do. Bramnir, the Unshielded.
No. They chase after him. Same. Do they have 30-foot speed? They do. Can't see. I see. Yes, 30. Yeah. Kill him. This man. As my bonus action, send them over and kill him.
As this agent turns and looks resigned at all the coins flying towards him, he is killed.
Some lesson about greed. I can't think of a pun.
Why doesn't that surprise me? Since we're in
I
this
still have
mess
my
because
action.
of yours and Flynn's greed anyway.
I wasn't going to cheat. In fact, I think if I had been greedier and just cheated as I said I would, this 22 people wouldn't have died. So, Gilgamesh, I should never listen to you. I could save innocent lives. Let's target this person. What? Bam. And that'll be my turn.
Right. Brock, having him grappled, is going to start by dragging him back 20 feet to get closer to you guys. And then he is going to start whacking on him with his tail.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I was about to say.
What?
I didn't think he had a tail anymore. I thought it was chopped off.
Grows back when he rages.
Ah, very good.
That's so weird. Can you
It's
imagine seeing
so
that in battle?
weird. Because it
I'm so
disappears
mad.
once you stop raging.
It's like a ghost tail.
What if when he stops raging, it like goes out, but it makes a sound when it disappears, like a.
That's hilarious. All right. All right, Corin. I'm not exactly sure how these features work, so you're gonna have to maybe walk me through this. I'm going to use the Goring Rush. So I'm going to Goring Rush from where I am to this character. So I'm going to use my dash action to get to him and attack with my horns. So do I just click on the dice for the Goring Rush?
No. So you dash as your action running towards him, and then while having him targeted, click on the horns.
That's what I thought, but I wanted to make
Should be the horns, yeah.
All right, so I got him targeted, and now
Glenn, you watch as the guy you're fighting with sees a Minotaur just running full speed and slamming into him, and it partially impaling him.
nice.
All right,
All right.
and now he is enclosed on two sides. Anything else for Gilgamesh?
Nope, that is my turn.
Whew. These Zents are in a lot of trouble. They can't get out of here. Wait, his options. Oh my god, he is in so much trouble.
I mean, if he's impaled by that thing, don't you think he would have very like half movement or something? Is he still stuck on the horn?
Yeah, he's not even trying to move because you can just lock him back down with a whack. Oh, no, you can't. You lost your reaction.
Okay.
All right, so this one is going to pull himself off of Gilgamesh's horn, clutching at it. He is going to disengage and GTFO out of here. As he turns and runs, bonus action, half movement plus a dash 45 feet away through the doors. Flynn.
I am going after him. And
Of course you are.
because I'm not injured, I will probably easily catch up to him. So you let me
You
know.
will indeed. All right.
Let me
So
know how
out
that's gonna play out.
out front, you guys are having a little bit of a dance off.
I'll target this guy, and I will hit him with my rapier. Please, Lord.
Yep, and down he goes as you smash into him, leaving no survivors, no witnesses.
Oh, good. Then I end my turn.
They say Zent agent is going to take his chances and try to stab at Brock. Just getting him as Brock goes down, having had 3 hit points left.
What's the AC normally? Is it 20 or 21?
21.
That's what you get,
Shouldn't
Brock.
he be on 23?
I'm sorry?
With Shield of Faith.
Yeah, Shield of Faith, we put him up to.
Oh, that.
Has it not been
Whatever he-
added?
Yeah, you could have applied that.
Oh,
Well,
missed by 1.
gotta stop toying with this guy.
I would be so sore.
The agent is, by the way, and he's gonna try one more time. There we go.
There you go. Well done.
And let me just make sure I'm not missing anything else. Oh my god. You guys want to see something even funnier? He has this
Yes.
tail out. He can use that, apply that to his armor class.
What?
Oh yeah, the weird thing.
The form of the beast tail, you can use a reaction to apply a d8 towards your armor class for that attack, kind of like parrying away.
Well,
Oh my
it's
god!
enough. Plenty. 29.
29 armor class parries away 2 blows from this trained assassin who is having a crisis of identity right now as he can't kill a guy with 3 hit points.
I don't think any of us could. This guy.
Given, though, that situation, he is going to dash over this way. Since Brock no longer has an attack of opportunity.
I'm not going to hit him.
Damn it, he's also grappled. Can't get a
He's
break,
grappled, yeah.
this guy.
Are we OP?
No.
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 Oh,
No.
very much
Three,
not.
three assassins. They're not OP.
We're minimally maxed.
I mean, one of these is supposed to be a challenging encounter for you. So if you're curb stomping 3 of them, yes, maybe a little bit.
I hadn't initiated this fight so cleanly. We'd all be dead now, so I'll take your apologies.
You son of a bitch. How dare you?
We get to loot these bodies! Think about that, Flynn.
As long as I get my
Sethriel.
axes right.
Donate it to the church.
That's a hit.
What if we just steal all the valuables just in this church?
We could rob a church.
How about we not?
And bonus action to. Well, no, Flynn is outside now. So. to Brock. I'll give Brock bardic inspiration, just saying, "Hold on tight, friend." And then I end my turn.
And don't stop believing.
Hold on to that feeling.
Bramnir.
Oh. Well, let's start with the coins, which I believe are around here somewhere. You with that man on the grappling side of that elephant, and kill him. I command them.
You command them?
Command them to go kill that man on the floor with my bonus action.
Yeah, alright.
Pitter patter.
Blood on the floor. I need more bones. I was running low.
As you smack into him for 33 damage there.
That did.
Oh, and your action, sorry.
Yes. I'll be restrained this time. And all the dead. That's me.
And Brock is going to try to finish this off, whacking out with his tail at this Zent agent. And putting him in the ground. And with that, you have 3 dead Zentirum bodies. One of them in the streets in front of the temple.
I'm gonna drag him back inside by his feet.
A couple of bystanders are gasping and pointing at this, but you coolly and casually drag him back inside.
At least these are genuine bad people we killed this time, so we can
This time.
put those against the 22 we killed earlier today.
Yeah, having the
Like 19.
despicable crime of getting hit with a fireball.
These clearly bad people.
Um,
No one who stabs like with sneaky attacks is a good guy. Have you met Flynn?
You can really tell that Bramnir is of the divination school because now he's getting into pre-crime.
yeah, right.
Someone needs to. Someone clean up these streets. 22 dead just today. Pre-crime could have prevented this. Well, if I hadn't got involved.
I
Brock
tried to
casually-
prevent it. I told you guys not to cheat.
And I wasn't going to.
It was literally your idea to cheat.
Yeah, then I wasn't going to. It would be funny. And then Sith will went ahead anyway.
Flynn, what do you do with the blood in the street?
Put our names in it. Minimally maxed.
I draw 2 M's. No. Nothing. I'm just gonna like drag the body back into the church. I'm gonna leave the blood out there. Leave a nice little trail on the sidewalk straight into the church.
I will be prestidigitating it up along the way and cleaning up the outside.
God damn it! I'm trying to send a message here. I don't
To
even know what
who?
the message is or to whom, but there's a message to be had.
I
Yeah.
apologize.
The message
I
would
would-
be, guards, they're in here. That's what the message would be.
How scared is the old man in charge of this place?
He is terrified as he's standing here looking at all of this, and he says, "You dare to spill blood in the Temple of Savarus?
Seems like they were certainly going to if we didn't.
You have no idea what you interrupted, but
What did
blood
I
was not part of the plan."
Perhaps not yours. They were clearly hiding for an ambush of some sort.
They often travel like that to make sure that no one meddles with them.
It's not very effective, is all I can say.
He shakes his head in disgust at you and he says, "Now there will be shipfuls of them coming."
Sounds like a you problem.
Well, there were shitloads of them in here, and you see what we did to them. Why don't you start speaking normally and tell us what's going on?
What is it you wish to know?
Like what the plan was. Who were those people? Why are there more coming here? What did we interrupt?
They were asking after a friend of theirs, supposedly.
And what's his name? Or her name, not assuming genders.
Their name.
Their name.
Artis Timber.
What?
Artis Simber.
Does it have anything to do with the curse?
No, I've already shared to a friend of yours that I did not know the source of this curse or that it was even from here. They claimed to be friends of his and that he was missing, but I was not getting a good feeling from them.
See? You too. I'm glad we can agree. You're welcome.
Our instinct and our methodology are two very different things.
Yes, well, mine seems to get the job done. Regardless.
You think our instinct and our methodologies are polar opposites of each other?
No, he's saying he also got a bad feeling of him, but he never would have executed such a plan.
Oh, okay. I see what
You are
you're saying.
unable to execute the plan. That doesn't make you any more valorous. Just because you can't cast Fireball doesn't mean you're a good man for not casting Fireball.
With arrogance
Regardless.
such as that, it is no wonder you have such an accursed malediction.
Accursed. I like that word. Are you going to help us or not? Can you
Why
divine
would I do
some
that?
information? We'll pay you.
How about
We
we
won't burn
won't
down
kill
your
you
church
right
anymore.
now? Yeah, how about we won't
That's
kill
what
you?
he
Is that
said.
good payment?
He points towards the bodies and he says, "They offered to pay me as well."
Yeah, but I'm offering not to pay you, but I'm gonna let you live.
Really, Flynn? Is that how you treat people? That if they don't do what you like, you just kill them?
That's
Um,
very much.
Is that?
Yes.
I mean,
is there describe
I
this
mean, really,
area to me?
is this the type of people that I've aligned myself with to try to solve the problem of this curse? Is that anyone who disagrees with you ends up at the wrong end of your sword? That anyone who starts an argument ends up with a fireball up their butt?
Flynn walks up to Gilgamesh, right up to his face, and just sticks out his hand and goes, "Hi, I'm Flynn. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the party. That's who I am. We got a lich right over there. You ever met a good lich in your entire life? Probably not, because he's not that great of a guy either. Okay, welcome to the party, pal. Okay, this guy can either be on our side or we kill him now and burn down this church as a message to the shiploads of guys, assassins that are going to be coming to this island right now. Maybe they'll get the point to leave us the fuck alone. But as it sits right now, if that guy over there is not on our side, we are now in a fight against this entire town. All those guards, everybody, all the law keepers in this area, they are coming for our ass. So we
They are already coming for your ass, as you so bluntly put it, not because of this man who was trying to help us before you burned down half of his chapel, but because you decided to kill half their town because you cheated on a race.
I did,
and
because I was
100
yards away. I was 100 yards away at the finish line.
Excuse me, let me finish before I knock you on your butt.
Shouts the cleric as he comes forward and he says, "What kind of people are you?" And he looks around aghast. "I don't know what your problem is, but take it out of this place. I will not help you if this is the kind of people you are. Take the bodies with you, take anything that you want to, but I will not indulge in such evil, reckless, hate-filled chaos.
Anything valuable around?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What is? Do we see anything of value here? Any gold?
I'm near here.
Any
so anything
oil
valuable?
chalices?
He said we could take it.
He did. He just said we could.
He just straight up said
I'm
it.
glad we're on the same page here, Bramnir.
He didn't even have a
Bodies?
knife out or anything.
I take Gilgamesh goes over to Syndra, takes her by the hand, and tries to lead her over to Grandfather and says, Grandfather, I apologize sincerely for the behavior of the people who I seem to be traveling with at this time. This is Syndra Sylvain. She is the one who started us on this mission, who asked us to look into this curse that I asked you about earlier. She is the one with the information that led us to this island. You knew about the curse, but did not believe that it originated here, but wanted to speak with her because she had information that led us to believe it did. I believe the two of you, if you give her the opportunity to speak, can come to an understanding of where we need to look to get to the bottom of this curse.
You think I will help any of you after this now?
I understand that the people I am traveling with, they do not honor our ways. They do not respect the gods or very much at all. But I understand the importance of what we are trying to do, and I respect the ways of the gods, and I want to make things right.
He holds up his hands to you, telling you to stop, and he says, if this is the way your company behaves, I think I would rather watch this one slowly fall apart and die.
That is between your God and him. I do not ask you to help him.
You are not listening, because I am saying I will not help any of you if this is the behavior.
I am disappointed, but I understand.
He
All right,
looks
guys.
around at the pews that are knocked about, burned, the rug that is also completely burned away, and the blood in the bodies, and he says, I think Savarus is disappointed as well.
Gilgamesh picks up his axes that he threw in the battle and storms out of the temple and back to the bar that we're using as our base of operations.
I drag the three bodies to be horizontal, just by a foot each, and lay them on the rug, and then roll up the burnt, charred rug with them in it. After I check what's on their persons.
You find 3 light crossbows, 3 short swords, 3 remaining crossbow bolts, 92 gold pieces, and a ruby.
Got a money back. Maybe not all of it, but we got some of it.
What form are you in right now, Cithro, by the way?
Bramnir.
Okay. A little mini-me, Bramnir.
Yeah, and earlier, well, I would after I loot and then roll up these bodies, I walk over to Bramnir, and in his his exact image, except I'm in clothes that maybe don't fit quite as well as his own tailored clothing, and I place a hand on his shoulder and I say, "Well, Bramnir, looks like these Zents got bent," and I place my proverbial sunglasses back on my eyes.
I don't get it.
24. Oh. Hmm. Should we take these bodies somewhere that they can lay to rest more peacefully? Or Flynn, do you have a different idea?
I'm gonna look at the priest and just say, what do you want us to do with this? Are you gonna handle this, or should we handle this?
He looks at you agog and he says, "You think I'm going to help clean up this mess?"
All right. Do you have, by any chance, any oil that I can use to set, a funeral pyre for these guys? Because I don't have any oil. It's the least we can do.
I have a spare flask of oil.
You have a spare? Can I borrow it for a second?
Yeah, of course. And here's a torch.
Cool. Help me. I'm gonna put the torch and everything away for a second. Help me stack the bodies on top of each other.
No. Keep a couple of those. I might use them tomorrow.
What, the bodies?
Yes. Don't ask. Shouldn't talk about it in front of the priest.
Are
Might get
you stacking the bodies in the temple to set them ablaze?
Yes, I am.
We're not starting a fire. Oh.
Yes, this is how this is the culture here, right? This is how it's practiced.
I mean, this
In
is
the
how
church?
this is how we do it.
Priest holds up a hand and says, "There is no way you are burning those bodies in the middle of my temple."
Flynn is just, while maintaining eye contact with the priest, like just sprinkling the oil and whatever over the bodies.
Already burnt one of them. This is very unreasonable. I expected better. Savarus will hear about this. I'd like to speak to your manager.
You see him look around trying to weigh the situation and how far he should insist.
We should probably leave, Flynn.
But in the end, he throws up his hands and he walks away behind the altar of the church, of the temple.
DM, what have you done?
Flynn, he kind of like drops his shoulders and drops the oil thing on the floor, and then just walks out the front door. I don't light it. I just walk out.
What does everyone else do?
You should take these bodies.
I pick up the empty flask and follow Flynn out. Like, that'd be so wasteful. Priority.
Yeah.
What's the current scene outside? Setting the stage for what's outside. I'm curious. The current state of affairs. Now that it's been all of how long? I don't know. 15 minutes.
Was that where we were?
Yes, this is the location of the Temple of Savarus.
What happened to that guide you found? River of Styx?
You mean flask of
Oh.
wine?
River of
Whatever.
Styx. Are you
Sorry,
okay,
that
Bobby?
was soon. Here's
That was
Savarus.
so good.
Sorry, river of wine or whatever it is. Flask of wine? So much better.
I know we only
Flask
just
of wine got out while the getting was good when you guys were attacking the magistrate over your wagers.
Hey, did not come to blows.
What?
What came close?
I'm now getting rich. I also I placed no wagers on this. But I hear what you're saying.
I wasn't
Yes,
going to cheat. I didn't even cheat. I'd be
Who-
proud of me, Gilgamesh.
Who cheated?
And I killed 3 evil men. Got no praise for it.
Oh,
very upset.
Well, it's okay.
If I'm even why even try to be good if all I get is this contempt? Just stop murdering people in the streets.
Everyone just naturally assumed you'd already given yourself enough praise.
I never have enough praise. My word, enough praise. Right. Anyway, this flask of what was it? Sticks?
A flask of wine?
Flask of what? I'd love one. No. Do we know where they went? Because we still need a guide. I think we have until the end of the day to find one, or we're on our own.
I just start yelling, just flask, flask, Flask of
I cast
wine.
sending to flask of wine thing. We're just outside the big temple to the northeast. Where are you? You can reply to this message.
A brief while later, you finally get a response. My sister and I are currently enjoying a drink or two. It seemed as though you were going to be tied up for a while.
Well, I say telepathically to the one flask of wine is drinking somewhere, which I'm sure narrows it down to approximately the entire city except this one temple up here. I can send again.
Brannick, yes, can you inform him that we desperately need his assistance in not
Well,
escaping?
some of us spent all our money gambling, so do we have funds?
Yes. I have at least 92 gold.
Unless you spent thousands, you should have at least 1.5 to 2,000 gold. I hope.
Oh,
Or do we need
well,
boat money as well?
we do need
Were you
boat
not
money. but
divvied
perhaps
up? I think you were divvied up when we split it up amongst the five of us and we all had 2,200 gold.
I'm comfortable, thank you.
Oh, lovely. Well, I need to
Um,
give them a number so that they don't just not tell us where they are. I can't keep sending all day.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yes. Brannick,
And-
tell him that I'll give him 1,000 gold to be our guide immediately.
Lovely.
You have 1,000, don't you?
We have
I have
1,000
1,000.
gold if you
I have over 1,000.
guide us.
Perfect. Oh, good thing. Good thing.
Tell us where to meet and we can negotiate.
Oh, we should
I send.
probably meet. Okay,
I'll let them tell us where to meet. We'll figure it out.
understood.
Did we all meet back up? Are we at the bar, or are you guys still at the?
We still don't know where they are. We can assume that they might have gone back to where we met them in the first place.
You
I
went to
sent
go meet
another
his sister
sending.
and said that they're tied
I'm just wondering
up.
if I met. I'm just wondering if I met back up with you guys, or if I'm still at the bar and you guys are still off. Because I stormed off and went back to the bar. So I'm just.
Okay. Well, you hear telepathically. I've been sharing this. It has no.
Oh, okay.
range.
Okay, so we're all talking telepathically. Got it. Yeah,
Okay.
I've got about 500 gold that I can put into
We need
the
to save
pot.
some of this for boat money, but
Right.
and let us know if you see flask of wine.
Don't see him as of yet, but I'll keep an eye out for him.
Lovely.
Oh, and Gilgamesh, since we're on all talking terms, you should know that the church is still standing. We left it in good repair. Don't worry.
Very well.
Things sure got heated back there.
How heated? You didn't burn the bodies in there, did you?
Funny you should say that.
We did not. We did not.
Okay, very well. Very good.
What's the current status of affairs out in the streets amongst the city?
Goodness. In this section of town, there's still a good amount of bustle happening and people are going about their business. But as you emerge, you notice at least two people look over in your direction with a dirty look and then kind of pick up their pace as they move away.
Why not fireball these ones?
Please, no more fireballs today, Bramnir, please.
It was a joke. It wasn't just. These people are just lame. They're clearly not evil. But
Once
yes,
we
I
get
did
out of
cast.
town, then we can let you fireball more freely, not completely freely, but a little bit more freely.
Well, next time we can take a vote. I don't mean that I will fireball as I will. I am my own man, but
I always
I will
vote
possibly
fireball.
listen to.
I always vote. My vote will always be fireball.
Yes, we need to get you that ring back. I can't believe you lost at gambling. Sending. I cast a second one to flask of wine. About we have much gold, at least 1,000 for you and your sister to guide us. Where can you meet us at? The inn of the Prancing Pony, but instead of that, the actual inn we were at.
The
The
Thundering
dancing
Lizard.
lizard.
Thundering Lizard.
Thundering lizard, right? Thundering lizard.
Prancing Pony.
Just no such place.
I thought that was near
Apologies.
Mordor.
It's quite far from Mordor. That was part of the problem.
Oh, that's true.
It's a local ranger's hunt.
Yeah.
Right. So all of you are headed to the Thundering Lizard then?
Correct.
Yes. Along the way, Sithra will attempt to approach several people indiscriminately and introduce themselves as Bramnir and say, if you see me about town, just want you to know that I need words of affirmation to feel validated, and then continue on the way to the Thundering Lizard.
I don't take offense to this. It's true.
I know it's true. The best lies are
Oh, that's-
true.
Very accurate.
My name is Bramnir, and I just need more people to know how great I am.
My language of love is words.
Do you think we could write a pamphlet? Are you good with words, Cicero?
Yes.
You
Yes,
could
I
write
am.
you could write a play about me and my escapades. I single-handedly defeated an evil vampire, trapping many people in their domain.
Single-handedly?
I'll
When
regale
have you
you.
heard such a thing? Single-handedly. He defeated
Well, there
a
was this
vampire.
paladin that kept dying with me, but
Goodness
they're
gracious.
gone now.
Sounds like a
Mm.
comedy tragedy type of thing.
Yes, it was all this and more.
We
Those
will
are the two
absolutely.
options.
You will laugh. You'll cry. You'll.
There was some documentary.
Based on a true story. I can see it now.
Bramnir, the supreme being,
Really? Is that your surname?
the ascended one, perhaps.
The Ascended one. And I'm starting to jot them down. I'm following you along like a little scribe. Ooh,
One
no.
title cannot truly contain how amazing I am. We'll workshop it. We should send the priest some flowers or something. I feel a little bad.
Do you? Do you feel anything at all? And I poke your shoulder.
Yes.
Gilgamesh says, "You realize you're still talking telepathically, and I don't believe a word of this."
I feel a little bad. I didn't really mean to burn it down. I just thought he was an evil person. And I thought killing evil was good. Silly me.
All
I
right.
can't remember whether I'm allowed in here or not.
In the bar.
Yeah,
Did we
good
get
question.
banned or did we just get for that night? I did
Um,
pay for the 3 rooms.
Is all right. Corin, is the cleric still in here, or is he gone?
The cleric is gone. There's a different bartender behind the counter right now, and doesn't ban you, though he does do a double take as he sees Minnie and Mini Me coming in.
Yeah.
Understudy.
I think if you guys behave yourselves well, we'll be okay.
Want
But
to lead this one, Gilgamesh?
any talk of fireballs, and we're all toast, literally.
And please don't refer to me as I say telepathically, a lich.
Uh,
Anyone?
You can
Duly
see
noted.
a brilliantly colored Arakokura in one corner talking with a dwarf who appears to be albino. The dwarf that it's speaking to looks like this. If
Oh,
you're able to see.
where did he lose his shirt?
Doesn't look like he ever had one.
How is he
Uh,
clean
I shouldn't
surface?
do.
You figure he must have because, he's never seen a day of sun in his life being that white.
I
I like the tats.
take offense to that, sir. I'm just kidding.
The Arakokura also are brilliantly colored, as they have spectacularly covered plumage. This particular one is fiery red and orange in color. They're talking and they notice you staring at them a little bit. As
Oh.
this is the color of the Arakokra here. They look over at you, squint their eyes, and then slowly turn back to their own conversations.
Oh, how cool is that? So that one is an Arakocra has the hands as a part of the wings. I love the diversity
Yes,
in Arakocra. Very cool. And how big is this creature, this individual?
both are medium-sized.
Goring.
The dwarf is of typical dwarf height. The Arakocra is about 5'5". Yes, Gilgamesh.
So I rolled that nature check. I'm thinking that with the coloring of the Arakokra and the um, artwork on the dwarf and things, that they are probably from the jungle area that we're getting ready to head into. That's Gilgamesh's assumption. I want that roll to tell me if it kind of makes if that assumption kind of plays out. If it does, I would like to ask our charismatic bard to go up and talk to them and ask them if they are heading back into the jungles and if they would either know anything about what's happening there, if they know anything about the curse or know anything about something that could help us on our quest since we're headed in that direction.
I understand the plan of
Um,
action.
mhm.
Does any of that make sense, guys? I mean, that's
Yes.
kind of a lot, but
No, all is well.
okay.
What does the role reveal?
It's a pretty lame roll, so I didn't get very high on it. I'm not
It's
used to being a
a
fighter.
it's a reasonable guess that is where they are from.
I take like a slow stroll here, and then look like I had forgotten something outside. But while I'm doing that, I'm taking an observational approach to see if they're drinking or eating anything at their table.
Yeah, and while she's doing that, I'll just ask the bartender, what did that table over there order?
God, so smart.
Yeah, just
Your mic broke up. Did you say anything?
you're asking what they ordered or if they
Yeah,
want
yeah.
anything.
I'm asking the bartender. Hey, what that table over there order?
They ordered some stew and a few ales, nothing more.
Okay. Here's like 5 gold. Just keep sending them drink constantly. Pay. I want to pay for their meals. I want to. Do they? If they are staying for, if they've got a room here, I want to pay for their rooms as well.
And
He looks quizzical, but he shrugs and he says, "Money is money here.
Is the 10 gold gonna cover it all?
That should do fine."
Cool. Thanks. And I'm gonna head right up to this table. And I'm going to I won't sit down, I'll just stand on the edge of the table. And I'll be like, hey, how's it going, guys? Me and my buddies over there, and I point awkwardly to my friends behind me. I'm gonna say we're actually staying here, and we're gonna be heading out into the jungle pretty soon. And we just I was wondering if I could talk to you for a minute and just maybe you can help me and my friends. We just find our way because we're kind of new to this whole island. Oh, by the way, I'm paying for all your food tonight and your drink while you if you could just help us out. I even paid for your rooms and stuff here. You don't have to worry about any of that.
They look at you in surprise and confusion, and the dwarf begins to speak in dwarvish towards you.
Shit. Uh,
I'm still observing. Do I see Flynn flounder?
I
Yes.
just like slowly turn around and I'm like,
Pulling at the collar, like, uh-oh. Yeah, well, thankfully, this loquacious bard can speak dwarfish. Did I overhear perhaps what they said? Oh my god, I don't speak dwarfish.
What? No.
I pretend like I knew what they said. Oh, it's my other bard who speaks the language. I don't speak it.
Thankfully, someone here does, as a dwarf.
I may look. Oh my gosh, I still look like a dwarf, and I don't know what he's saying. I walked up and nodded very knowingly, like, oh, I can help in this situation with a lost in communication circumstance, a little flip up with the faux pas on the conversational. And as a dwarf, I nod my head up and down, and then I turn it side to side, like, oh,
These
what's
two are idiots, but they have coin and will pay you well to guide them in the jungle. Is the thrust of the conversation.
oh, do you speak Dwarvish?
I speak dwarvish. I say that in dwarvish.
God damn it! Thank you.
You just ask the mountain dwarf if he speaks dwarvish.
No, like I'm.
I don't ask him if he
what they
speaks
say.
dwarvish. Oh, me? Yes, I am a
Dwarvish.
mountain dwarf. Yes.
Okay. Can you just explain to them everything I just said in Dwarvish? I don't think they
I
understood
just
me.
did.
Okay, cool. I like.
Oh, and also Flynn's paying for your drinks. I don't know why. I don't even sure your guides. I have no idea why he's paying already.
The Arakokura stands up and looks at you and speaks in broken common. Do not speak dwarvish either. Why is it you are paying for our things?
Guide. Guide. How do you sign guide? I say to the dwarf, guide. Can you relay that back to your Arakokura friend?
I try to say the word guide in all the languages that I know, one at a time, from common, and then I say it in giant, and then I say it in elvish, and then I say it in undercommon, and then I say it in celestial.
I throw out halfling as well, if that helps.
Do you say it really slowly and loudly while waving your hands?
Ugh, it's terrible. And we are the tourists here.
Actually.
I understand what you're saying, but we are not guides.
What a surprise. Flynn, take the money back. Do you know of any guides? Have you been here long? Ooh, curses. Do you know anything about the curses that are stopping people from being revived from the dead? I say in dwarvish to the dwarf.
Don't know anyone who would be revived from the dead, says the dwarf in dwarvish.
Do you know anywhere in the jungle where there's a recent surge of evil energies?
You mean besides the undead?
Size undead, are they recent? What undead?
Cult is full of undead here.
That recent?
Has been so long as we've known. They attack here often.
No, looking relatively recent. The past, what was it? Was it 3 weeks, 4 weeks or so? Anything changed? Have they attacked more or less?
I don't believe there were any changes.
Hmm. Anybody have any questions for these two fine people? I say to.
I just look at Bramnir and Flint says, no, I have a question for you though. Doesn't that guy in the corner right over there look a lot like those assassins that just tried to kill us in the church?
Does he?
You're asking, continues the dwarf because he doesn't understand what Flynn was saying.
No, I'm asking you as a GM. Does that man look like the assassins? Well,
Yes, he does. He does look like it. But what I'm saying is the dwarf continues because he doesn't understand what Flynn was
right.
saying.
Well, we're doing this telepathically. Oh,
Right.
Before, right.
There are also the Batiri tribes that live here. There are evil frog folk, undead, and the snake people.
This conversation is quite exhausting. Should we find someone else to talk to?
Yeah, sure.
If
Absolutely.
you want a guide, I can recommend one.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, that'd be super helpful.
Ooh.
I have a friend who works down in the harbor that knows her way about the jungles.
Does she have a name?
Sorry, what was that?
What was the name?
Her name is Azaka Stormfang.
And is she also a dwarf?
She is a human.
Any distinguishing features we can use to determine when we found her? Big fangs, big sign, funny hats, tails, scales.
She is very tall,
Very tall.
6 feet tall,
Very
braided
tall.
hair, and likes to wear lots of color.
So this one gets my vote as a guide. I don't want that flask person, really.
Yeah, fine, whatever, sure.
Flasky was very rhymey. I'm not a huge fan of rhymes. No offense, Cithril. I prefer non-rhyming poems. I think they're deeper, really penetrate to the soul of the matter. Thank you.
Have you ever heard of haiku then?
You speak Dwarvish?
Oh, this is Dwarvish. Did someone say haiku? I'd imagine, well, does the word haiku, is it changed into another word?
I think
in
that's
the
one of
translation?
those that keeps its original name.
Very presumptuous of you all. I'm a very, yes, I have a collection of haikus. Would you like to borrow it?
Yes.
Not you! Cithril! Away!
What?
Go get a drink! Talking to my new friend.
Seems it does not keep the original name.
Did you type it?
Yeah.
Busted! Right. Apologies, I have to go deal with this friend of mine. She's a little slow. But enjoy your drinks. I hope you have a nice time here. If you need me, I am Bramnir. I won't say anyone else's names. I shan't speak for them. But it was a pleasure meeting you both.
Thank
I,
you for paying our bills.
You're welcome.
Thank you for being so helpful.
Don't speak. Guys, you're the worst tourists, all of you. Come on. We need to go to
I
a
say very
harbor.
slowly as I back away. Also, Bramnir. Bramnir me. So
If that was a
insulting.
magical effect, I've dispelled that by now. Let's go. Should we have taken a short rest? Brock looks like he's about to faint.
I kind of think we've been sitting here drinking, right? This counts as a short rest.
I hope that conversation didn't take an hour. It was like pulling teeth. Maybe it did take an
He
hour.
did talk so
It was
slow.
like pulling teeth. He was a nice man.
Hey, look,
Heard a
there's
lot about the
another one of those
jungle. I didn't
assassin guys sitting in the corner of the bar. All by
Okay, now that you
himself.
cast
pointed that out,
fireball.
oh my gods.
I don't actually. I will go over and ask if they work for the Zentarum. You work for the Zentarum?
Jesus, Bramnir, you don't just go out and say that automatically.
Well, you all shouted at me when I casted a fireball on the last one I met. What am I meant to do?
This one has his hood pulled back, and he looks at you in surprise, and he says, in crisp, clean comment from the Sword Coast, yes, indeed, yeah, I do work for the Zentirum. I am one of their merchant representatives. Have you need of some business?
No, we killed a number of your agents earlier, and we kind of wanted. I just wanted to see if I could just pay off the debt. I don't want to have any particularly bad blood. It must be a misunderstanding. I have some gold. If you could speak to your higher ups, and we can just clear this up much more easily than I don't want a blood feud or assassins in the night.
I say telepathically to the entire group, I've never seen someone so nonchalant. My God.
This is not going to go well.
Well,
Where's the door?
you can all leave. I'm not going to start a fight with this man. If the answer is no, that's fine. Or if you want us to do something for you, then we can try. But
Bramnir, here, may I step through? And I try to get past you to get to this individual. So I can place a hand on their shoulder. Do I get a hand on this Zentarum's shoulder?
Yes.
And then I lean in closer to their face, closer than is comfortable, and I get very close and I say, ignore Bramnir. If you or any other Zentarum come close to us, we will rip out their guts and wrap them around your throat, and every other Zentarum that we approach, until every last one of you is completely
Holy shit.
gone, completely obliterated from this earth. Do not mess with us. By the way, my name is Bramnir, and I appreciate compliments.
My love language is spoken.
I relay this all to Gilgamesh.
I really like two things.
She's gone over the edge.
Haikus and compliments.
I almost think the fireball would have been nicer.
She's gone over the edge. That spell just pushed her over the edge.
None of you will ever be fertile again.
Oh my
And you
god.
will bear no children.
Can I get an intimidation check from you?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
That was some dick snatching energy right there.
Come on, it was on a 20. It was on a 20, but I still got a 20. Dirty 20.
This Zentarum agent seems very much not a cold-blooded killer. This genuinely seems more of a merchant type. So he is good and proper freaked out right now.
Pass that message on to everyone above you. Miss
and leans in a little bit and says, what were your names again?
Bramnir and Bramnir.
And Bramnir.
And mostly Bramnir. Cithra's not here. She was not part of the thing.
I'm saying Cithra because I'm still next to you.
I don't know who that is.
I'm not just going to let you get away with saying Bramnir twice.
Oh, no.
Like you're trying to trick me. I'm right next to you. This is Cithra, by the way, shape changer. Continue.
Fuck
on
you!
your day.
You do not go out and say that out loud. I'm
Well, you're
infuriated now.
pretending to be me. Literally pretending to be me and just
Did we
threatened the
table
entire
this? Did we
next to
table
me.
this?
But
Just-
don't. Could have been
I want
anyone
a
in the bar.
divorce. I want a
Could have
divorce.
been anyone in the bar. I'm right next to you. Gosh, just be glad Flynn isn't here. Or Gilgamesh. Or Brock.
Oh no. No, he didn't. He said crepe maker. He said crepe maker. I make crepes
Now we
for a
might need to
living.
kill him.
No. We don't need to kill him. We simply need to maim him. Maybe take off a hand or two so he can no longer keep his ledgers. And I give this Zentarum an up and down to further the intimidation approach that I've taken already.
And
Yes,
he
I
goes
did.
running out of the bar.
Well, and I clap my hands as if I'm brushing dirt off of them. That was well taken care of. And I shape change in the middle of this room back to Cithral shape. I just give Bramnir the two fingers.
Trying to wind me up.
So the Zentarum agent here wants all of your names for the point to get made clearly, not to mess with you lest he become infertile.
Oh! The Zentarum didn't leave. It was the other guy, the guy who said, "Did someone say
A
shape
random
changer?"
commoner.
So
Yes.
so to that, then I say yes, it is true. I'm Cithral. Bramnir's this gentleman. Gilgamesh is over there, and Flynn is upstairs. You might become best friends with him, unknown at this point. And Brock around the corner, the one that looks like pure death. Pun intended, right, Bramnir?
Yes, we also all work for Jalaxel, if you're unsure. That's why we have his
Yes.
sword.
Good
So,
man. Clap him on the shoulder again, and then walk away.
Can I get a deception check from Bramnir for that last claim?
Ho ho ho!
As the Zentarum agent nods and he says, I will make sure the message is conveyed clearly and expeditedly.
Expeditiously,
19.
sir.
He looks at you confused and shaken and says, yes, of course that. Now, if you will permit me, I will leave you be at once and I will deliver that message to my supervisors.
Happen to have any pocket change on you? I'd like some pocket change.
He
Just a sign of
immediately dumps out one pocket of coins on the table as he is running out and he says, drinks on me, thank you, and goes running away.
Oh, it was a nice little touch, Bramnir.
Physically get something from them. It doesn't assert dominance as effectively. Gilgamesh would understand.
I think he would bore this.
We can
I think,
donate this
that-
to the church. Therefore, it was a good deed. Merchants are evil.
Is everyone evil to you, Bramnir?
Merchants are.
I think you're catching on.
Oh, okay.
Merchants are evil. Have
So
you never met any? Have you met a good merchant?
I think that you suffer from projection, where you're projecting your lich evilness onto the world around you. So
And I
everyone around you appears evil because you're struggling to deal with your own internal evilness.
And you're stereotyping liches. I think that is very rude. We aren't all the same. Some of us.
Actually, your companion just told me you were evil. He told me that Flynn just flat out told me that you were a lich and you were evil. So I have that to go on.
The two can be unrelated.
Yeah, he
We
was
happen not
this
to be
bad
this
before he was a lich.
Oh, okay, so you were evil before you were a lich.
I was probably worse.
Oh, lovely.
Oh man, I'm not having any fun. Apparently.
So we go to the harbour and find this 6-foot-tall, colourful woman with braids.
Yeah,
Called-
sure.
Let's do it. Because I think we got to get out of here
Akara,
before
Stormfang?
the guards come find us. Because they're still looking for our Luxodon friend who's almost dead as it is.
Yes, well, fingers crossed they're guards are searching in pairs and they will easily be dispatched. So let's go.
Really? The
Or does it
Luxodon,
even require a combat if there's only two of them?
the Luxodon almost took out one by himself. Do you really think they're only going to come in pairs?
I'm not sure how lawful this place is. That might have been the only 8 guards in the entire city. Weren't they even a mercenary group? Were they actually police? Or
They're
the Flame
flaming.
Fists or
They're
something?
flaming fists. Yep.
So
They're
what is that? Is that the police or is that a hired
they're
thing? Or
they are a mercenary group hired to be the law enforcement for this area. Yeah.
Well, then we can just bribe them, surely.
I don't know. You guys must be incredibly wealthy because I'm almost out of money to be bribing people. So
That's because you bought those
sorry.
axes.
Yeah, it's exactly why. Because I bought those axes.
Did you pick them up?
Yes, I did. I picked them up.
Very good.
I picked them up before I stormed off, and I left you guys back at the temple.
Oh, are the coins still from the Zentarum on the table?
Yes.
How much is it?
Yes, how much?
Mostly copper and silver, maybe about 6 gold worth in total.
I cast Mage Hand for it to pick up the spare change and deliver it to Gilgamesh. I'm reverse pickpocket.
Thank you. How much was it again? So I can add it correctly.
Gold.
6 gold worth.
6 gold. Very nice. Thank you.
I would try to do all of that subtly, so I don't get blamed with doing a good deed.
So you don't get
Very
blamed.
loose definition of good deed, I suppose, but
Yeah.
Everything's a loose definition with you, Bramnir. I love it.
Sarah, you're looking kind of fuzzy there.
yes.
I don't know. If something's up with your camera, or
Oh yeah, you're right. It does it sometimes. I'm gonna see if this works, and then
okay. I just
Doesn't-
didn't know if it was you or if I drank a little bit too much already today or not.
oh, sober check. My camera does this on occasion when it gets out of focus, and then it has difficulty coming back in. And I hesitate because if I turn off my camera, which is the way to fix it, I will screw up the stream. So, but I think that's what I have to do to fix it.
It looks like you're coming back at this point. So yeah,
Oh,
like
just
right now you
started
look.
to.
Yeah.
No, maybe not.
It's kind of
Were those
funny.
jazz hands?
Yeah. Try again. Try start again. Have we started?
Yes, jazz hands, by the way.
Oh, that is. No.
Yeah, it's still not quite there, is it?
No.
It's better than it was though.
Flynn, if I stop and restart my camera, not really screw up your thing.
Try it. I don't care. Try it.
Okay.
That's Flynn.
Whoops.
There we go.
Much better. Gotta love technology.
Who's gonna?
Dude. Flynn, Kunkel Mike is here because of you.
I know.
Like, at least that's what Flynn.
So, taking a short rest before you go over to the harbor, or are you going as is?
With the injuries that we have sustained so far, I think it's probably our best interest to take a rest of some kind. Yeah.
Speak for yourselves, but yes.
I am
Brock
speaking for
just
myself.
looks
Thank
at
you very
and
much.
he says, "You know, I took about more hits than you have health twice over. My wounds are so that you're alive."
Well, you could have just been like me and not get hit in the first place. But, you know. Brag what you wish. Time for a long rest.
Are we doing
A
long,
long rest or a
rest?
short rest?
Short rest. We've got to go to the docks. Don't want to get there too late.
All right. Well, as you go darting off over there, Brock still recovering. You arrive at the docks. It's evening time now, yeah. And you see several people going about their business, loading and unloading.
Do we see anyone matching the description of Stormfang?
You see a number of figures working with crates as there's several new ships in right now. But yes, you do see one figure hard to miss. Also, the only woman working amongst the dock workers right now.
So,
What was her name supposed to be?
Azaka Stormfang.
Zaka Stormfang?
Azaka Stormfang, yeah.
Cicero,
I'm gonna go up
are you a
and
woman?
talk
And what-
to this person. Say, I'll be like, hey, you been working here long?
She pauses, stiffens her back, clunks down the crate, wipes her brow. She turns and looks at you and goes, "Is that really your best line?"
No, my best line is, hi, I'm Flynn, and Flynn has folk hero, so I feel like if she's worked around docks for any period of time, she would probably have heard of me, because that's kind of the thing I think.
I love it when your background comes into play. Like a lot of people do not use the background features; it just doesn't come up. But when you use folk hero or something like that, it's just a nice little drop in. Love it.
It's my
Sorry.
line. That's my best. That's the best line I got. Hi, I'm Flynn. Maybe you've heard of me. Bada boom.
Oh,
One of these days, you're going to say, "Hi, I'm Flynn. Maybe I've heard of you," and they're going to say, "Yes, I have," and they're going to stab you in the back with something.
I will
Like the odds.
definitely tune in for that session.
He looks you up and down and says, "You're shorter than I heard about."
I get that a lot. Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
how tall is Flynn?
He's like 6'2". He's like half elf.
Okay, I'm jotting that down for Nick.
well, Flynn, what is it I can do for you then?
We were told by a smelly white fat man at the bar over there and a bird that you might be able to be a guide. You know, we're heading into the jungle. And we need a guide.
I do work like that, it's true.
Oh, there you go. How much do you charge?
Gonna have to tell me where you're wanting to go first.
Probably buy all the bad stuff. We're looking for like the undead people, and I just like vaguely look at Bramnir, and I'm like, do you want to add to this? Like, what are we looking for?
Aldani Basin
There you go.
for the Red Wizards of Thay.
Everything
Something
he
like
just
that.
said.
I'm Bramnir.
Which are you looking for, the Aldani Basin or the Red Wizards?
We heard they were there. Do you think there's somewhere else? We'll go there.
She arches her eyebrow in surprise and says, "Where did you hear this?"
One of the stupid priests from the stupid temple that we almost burnt down. In the northeast. Stupid priest.
Azaka, my name is Gilgamesh. Do apologize for my companions.
Flynn just looks at at Bramnir and goes, you know, he's gonna get tired in about 2 weeks of apologizing for all our bullshit. I'm calling it now. 2 weeks, 10 gold.
Should we put that into a new
we
proposal?
we've been hired to seek out and destroy the source of a curse that's been plaguing all of a global pandemic, really. we have reason to believe that its source is on this island, and we believe it to be coming from what did you call it, Bramnir? The oh boy, I gotta look up my locations.
Aldani Basin, I believe.
Yeah, the Aldani Basin.
Well, we don't think the curse is coming from there. We think the Red Wizards of Thay may be related to it, and they are apparently there according to some.
Okay.
I have Nambo is their name, I believe. But
we've been asking around about it. We've gotten multiple possible leads. One connecting it to the Red Wizards of Thay in the Aldani Basin, the another connecting it to the undead, but really nothing substantial. Since you are a guide that goes deep into the jungle often, perhaps you know more than some of these others and could lead us to something more significant.
That's a dangerous business, hunting down the wizards. Do you mind if
I
I
know.
ask why? I don't want to pry into your business, but I want to find out if I'm leading you to help them or if I'm going to end up in a magical firefight with them.
Well, no, we do not want to help the wizards of all. In fact, if we can avoid the red wizards, I'd completely want to stay out of their way completely. I've tangled with them before and have no desire to tangle with them again. But again, we've been told that they are in some way possibly connected to this curse that's keeping people who have been resurrected or brought back to life in the past. It's drawing their souls back into the afterlife, and anyone who attempts to be resurrected, those resurrections are failing at this point. So it's this curse is across all Tamriel, and is we've been tasked with finding the source of this curse and bringing an end to it. And so we think that yes.
All the while you're describing this, she's back to like moving boxes and she pauses and then just kind of looks at you and goes, "First of all, why should I give a shit about people who are unable to come back from the dead? That sounds frankly like rich person problems. Secondly, first you tell me that you're wanting to be led towards where the wizards of the Thay are, and now you're telling me you don't want to run into them at all?
Our goal is to find the source of this curse. That's our goal, plain and simple. Whether it's truly connected to the Red Wizards of Thay or has nothing to do with them, that's what we're trying to figure out. Our task is tracking down the source of this curse. Have you heard anything about this curse? I know that it may not impact you, and I understand that, but it does impact many throughout all of Tamriel, and we've been hired to investigate it and, if possible, bring an end to it. And so that's why we are looking into it.
Sorry, Tamriel?
Sorry, wrong world. Got my ecosystems mixed up.
I had to pause for a moment and go, did I hear that wrong? It's Toriel.
Yeah. No, as soon as I said, it's like, I think that's the wrong world. No, I did.
What is
Isn't
Tamriel?
Skyrim.
Tamriel is Skyrim. Yeah.
Skyrim.
Skyrim, Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
She kind of pauses from loading and unloading one more time, and she kind of just rubs the bridge of her nose and she says, "Look, I'm a guide. I know the jungles. You tell me where you want to go, I'll tell you how much it'll cost to get you there."
Aldani Basin.
Yes. Hello, Cithro Rallily, by the way. Pleasure to meet you. Forgive
Are you the one who gets to the point?
Is that not to the point?
No, that's why she's asking.
Oh yes, I am the one who gets to the point. Aldani
No,
Basin.
she's
Cross.
asking Cithril.
Aldani Basin. I'm asking. Aldani Basin.
I think
costs.
it's in character for Bremnir to just interrupt. This is what we
Aldani
talked about last
Basin.
night.
Bramnir's on the spectrum. He's just muttering the same thing over and over again,
Dude.
wondering why nobody's listening.
Aldani Basin. This guide is terrible.
Nice to
Tell
meet
me.
you.
Oh,
For that, looking at Cithril, she says, "Sorry, where did you say you wanted to go?"
Donny Basin.
I've been at the pipe already. I'm pretty trigger happy.
I could do that for 90 gold.
Here is a
85. Why?
Sorry, did someone say something?
You bartering the wrong way, Cithril. Fine, whatever. Give us 700 while you're at it if you're bartering so well. Jeez,
I start counting out 101, 102, 103, 104.
You can spend all your gold. I don't give a
105.
shit.
Spend all your goddamn time, Bramnir. 106.
Well, I'm leaving in the next hour. These people can join me if they wish. Would you like to join us for that much gold? Well, maybe tomorrow morning, I suppose. It's a little eager to leave in the evening.
How soon can we leave?
Looking at Cithril, she says, "I'd be ready to depart first thing in the morning. I'll just talk to my boss and tell him I'm away for a bit."
And what supplies do you recommend that we procure before we take off?
Well, it'll be easiest by taking the river, I suspect. Likely want insect repellent, food, and some sort of boat if you have means of acquiring one.
We even have a captain of a previous ship. I believe it was a schooner. Oh, Flynn, what was the type of ship that you had?
She pauses and cuts you off there. She says, "Sorry. Wait, you're Flynn the pirate?"
I mean, I wouldn't call myself a pirate. Other people might. I'm more like
I
a
would.
debonair, swashbuckling,
Other people
do-gooder.
certainly do call you a pirate. And in fact, I've heard from several sources already that you are wanted.
I mean, guys want to be me, ladies want me. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, okay, I'm wanted. Big whoop.
He's what's known as a freelance D-bag.
A little awkward. Is this problematic?
He kind of scratches the back of her head and she looks around and she says, "Look, not for nothing, and not that I would ever try to risk my life for such a reward, but there is a bounty for his head already."
How much?
Last offer I heard was for 1,200 gold.
1,200 gold? There's no way.
To who?
Less than we lost gambling yesterday.
All right, I'm
I
gonna
was thinking.
I'm gonna look at her and say, okay, well,
Earlier
how much
today.
is a boat gonna cost to take us down river?
And how many do we need? Just the one?
Could you arrange it for us? How much is that gonna be?
A couple of canoes and enough?
You're the friggin' guide. What do we need?
There are
Calm
5
down.
of
She
us.
gives you a deadpan look and says, "And how many of you are coming?"
5 of us.
5. There's an elephant man and a minotaur. They're probably heavier than most.
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone your size?
No, look, the elephant's the largest, and then
Oh, you
myself
have
are
an elephant with you?
No, he's a Loxodon.
Loxodon.
He's a
Loxodon.
great. He's a living individual being.
I call him Elephant Boy. Don't know why.
I'll add that into your character art in what we create. We're right.
Come here, Elephant Boy.
It's
Oh.
very apparent that this woman is just not hearing anything that Bramnir is saying.
So the Loxodon is going to be the largest of us. I am the second largest, And then the others are fairly normal.
Did you hear about the bodies from earlier in the race? The 22 people dead.
Well, with 5 people, I think we can do it with. One canoe will be enough, but I always feel uncomfortable only taking the one. So 2, it would cost 100 gold. I can have them ready to set off down the river in the morning. And we
Okay.
can put
Alright.
3 to a canoe just in case something goes wrong.
Sounds
that one
great.
got me.
I'm gonna look at Cithro and Bramnir and say, how much gold do you guys have on you right now?
I've got about 20 gold
92.
left.
You have about 20 gold left between you guys.
No, that's 20, and then I have about 92 at the very minimum.
I've got 860, so I'll give her the 100 gold for the boats.
She gives a little nod and says, I'll have them ready to go. You'll be responsible for all your other provisions, though.
IRL, I feel bad because Gilgamesh, you just pulled the honorable thing to do, and Cithril is blatantly lying about how much money she has.
I think Gilgamesh knows.
I feel badly about that, IRL.
And that's why you'll lose.
I don't. I have way more than 20 gold.
Oh, you were lying too. Gods, I've been
But I
like
just,
this whole time. I'm
IRL, I
like,
don't feel bad
Gilgamesh
about
knows
it.
that you guys are all liars. I mean, Gilgamesh is getting ready to bail on you all. I mean,
I'm gonna be better. I'll be better. We
honestly,
won't kill anyone in the jungle. It's bad. Well, we'll only kill bad things in the jungle.
Before you
In
leave, she stops and turns, though. Finally, though, I'd rather know. Do you or do you not want to cross blades with the wizards?
do
I
not.
probably will. I don't know if Gilgamesh will.
We
I'd
do.
suggest you stay back if we do.
We do not want to cross blades with the wizards if it can be avoided.
I have an elephant man. What do you think he's gonna sneak through the jungle?
She nods and she says, I will be taking the spare canoe if you do.
Feel free. At least we could do.
sounds like there's a song within all of this conversation.
No singing.
I'll
This
take
will. What
the
does that
spare
staff
canoe
do?
if you do. You do as you do.
You forgot what that
Oh.
staff does that I gave you.
Yeah, what does that stuff do?
I wasn't able to identify it. That only you could attune to it. I knew that.
Me? You're talking to me?
Yes. What does it do? You've had time to attune.
I don't know. IRL, sorry.
No, IRL only Corin knows. I'm waiting for him to tell you, but
I don't even have it in my inventory. Thank you.
I gave it to you to attune to, and we've had a short rest, so you can have done it.
It is a staff of healing.
Oh,
Nice.
we have
I
a
already needed that.
diva. Thank you, Zithral.
Yeah, it's a lot of trust that you put in me for being able to
Don't
use it
bother wasting it on
happily.
me. It won't work.
Oh, that's
Use
good
it
to
on
know.
him. Use it on him. Because I think it
Okay,
actually
right.
kills him.
Okay, go ahead.
That's old edition rules. It does not do that.
Oh, doesn't
Do
do
it
it anymore.
anyway.
No.
I'm going to pretend. I'm going to roll deception if you try.
Ooh,
Oh,
ooh,
oh,
ooh,
oh, oh no, my core.
It burns
Bramnir.
us.
Back in
Dead?
the good.
So soon? So
Oh,
young?
okay. So
That shows my age. It shows you how long I've
It's
been
only
playing D&D.
3.5. I don't know about
That's
4. I
all
actually have
right.
no idea. Definitely 3.5.
I think
Alright.
that was second, possibly also third, but no.
Definitely
Healing does
3.5.
not.
Oh,
Okay.
shit, no way. Maybe Pathfinder. I'm getting mixed up. Definitely Pathfinder.
I was going to say,
That's
I think I'm
basically
probably the only one in
3.5.
this group that remembers Thaco.
I've heard of Thaco. I've never used it.
Oh,
I think Flynn has
Flynn?
dealt with.
Flynn
I've
probably.
certainly
He's
heard
got
of
some really
Thaco.
old stuff.
Flynn might have played Thaco.
well, Thaco's enough to give you nightmares.
I heard they were going back in 5.5.
Oh,
Yeah.
they better not, or I'll quit. Thaco is the stuff of nightmares. I'll tell you.
With that in mind, I will relate to the party that I'm able to use Cure Wounds, Lesser Restoration, and Mass Cure Wounds if they're familiar with it, or at least I describe it very briefly in our heads telepathically. And I say, right, so we need to acquire some bug spray, some bug, not spray. What do you call it? Bug
repellent.
anointment, repellent. Thank you.
We already
That was
bought
it. Yeah, we already bought
a
it.
load.
Oh,
Remember?
well,
From that old
yes,
lady
Yeah, we
I
got
do
it at the
recall that
store. Yeah.
we were
at the
shopping.
store.
I don't
Plus
have it
for
in my
8 hours?
inventory in
Question
my
mark.
bag.
I didn't make a
Yeah.
note of it because I'm probably immune to bugs. But we got 10 insect. I have 10 insect repellents. I don't know how many you all bought.
Yep.
It's
I
really
bought
dirt
10
cheap.
myself too.
I think
Yeah,
we
I
all
think it
bought
was
some.
last week of
You know,
1 hour or 8 hours. I can't remember. Does anyone make a note?
Unfortunately, I did not.
We were told.
I do recall doing all of that.
Let's see. Well, according to my description, it's good for 24 hours.
Oh, maybe that. There you go. 24 hours.
Does that sound right, Corin?
Or which thing?
The insect repellent? The
Yeah,
insect repellent
20
salve the insect
Yeah.
repellent salve I've gotten, the thing is good for 24 hours.
Correct.
Yep. It's evening. I do not intend to go back to the pub. Do we need to buy anything other than food for you people that eat?
Yeah, I need to go shopping for some decent food. You guys have all this meat and stuff. I need to get some beans and vegetables and potatoes and some decent food to eat.
If you're looking for bird food, I think I saw some vet over there. I mean, I'll probably do your.
I didn't say bird food. I said beans and vegetables and potatoes.
I kid. I kid. Come on.
Gilgamesh, if you happen to be shopping, perhaps you would look for a bag of beans should you be out. It's a specific thing.
I will.
Is that a magic thing or sort of
Who
drug?
knows? Could be.
Trying to get him to buy drugs? Or...
Maybe. You ever try to sell drugs to a minotaur? It's very intimidating.
Have you?
Yes. It was a strange fantasy sprayed from me.
And it was intimidating. Is there?
Yes.
Probably did not go well for either of them.
Were they nice?
Well, you know how they make noodles where you pile up the flour into a dome like this and then you drop the egg into it? Well, that's the amount of cocaine that it took to get a minotaur high.
I'll make a note.
Yes. It was a very profitable night, I'll tell you that.
Why are you here, Cicero? Since you don't mind me asking.
Stories, my friend.
I ask myself that every single day.
You're here to keep us on the straight edge. Every story needs its dynamic, dichotomous characters.
That
Yes.
head priest isn't dead, and he might well have been if you weren't there, so, you know. You possibly saved a life to counterbalance some of the ones that happened on that awful incident that who knows what happened with.
Those dinosaurs were wild.
Uncontrollable. Shall
right,
we...
Corin, so I need to go to the market and find some vegetarian rations. Is basically what I'm looking for.
Drugs.
And a bag of
Yes.
beans for my warlock friend, my bardlock friend. So basically beans, vegetables, potatoes, that type of thing that I can make into like a soup stock.
And drugs.
What is everybody else doing while Gilgamesh is going shopping?
Buying drugs.
I am completely kidding about that. This is strictly because of the way the conversation has rolled out. No drugs. No drugs.
Okay, no drugs.
Just say no.
Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
Minotaurs have bad experiences with those things. One One moment they're doing lines, they're having fun, they're partying. The next they wake up and they're trapped in a goddamn maze and they're never allowed to leave.
Yeah, bad things happen.
Minotaurs. It's like mazes.
It happens to the best of us.
Stereotypes.
Yeah, which is
Right.
why next week I'm having Corin play my character and not one of you guys, because I'm sure you guys would do something stupid to poor Gilgamesh while I'm gone.
The nearest maze.
Dude, I'm gonna do something stupid to Gilgamesh when you're sitting right there.
God.
Oh, everything's fading to black. Are we
Oh.
dying?
Oh no, we're dead.
We're in two places.
Gilgamesh would be in good hands with me. It would be a welcome reprieve to not play chaos.
Yes, you're very wise not giving him to me.
It is nighttime here.
Oh, then probably all the markets are closed.
There's
Oh.
a few markets open, not many of them. But as you're going around, you don't find any bag of beans, but you do find some provisions. You also don't find any drugs, unfortunately.
Or
What, at
fortunately,
night in the marketplace?
Sorry?
There are no drugs at night in the marketplace.
There
yeah,
are not.
I do kind of find that hard to believe, actually,
Oh, they're
myself.
very
but,
hard
you
to
know.
believe.
Well, that's because you're reading into the statement determining that it means there will be drugs in the daytime.
True.
Anything's a drug if you take enough of it.
That's what my doctor says about my
Life.
coffee. He says I'm taking way too much of it. I'd say there's no such thing myself, but oh well.
So,
All right, so I'm able to get. So how much does my provisions cost me for the weeks traveled, or however long it's going to take us to get down into
7
the?
gold for a week's provisions of like hardtack and dried meats and things.
I don't want dried meats. I'm a vegetarian. How many times do I got to tell you guys this?
You get the hardtack, they get the dried meats.
Okay.
Just because you are doesn't mean everyone else has to be. God, talk
They-
about imposing your beliefs on other people.
Look, they tried to make me eat. They tried to make me eat meat the whole ship ride down here. I get to turn the tables a little bit.
All right, but then you're ceding the high road.
me of all people.
Yeah, do liches eat? Did we determine this previously?
Liches
we
do
don't,
not
but it
need to
helps.
eat.
They eat people's souls.
Only
Oh, yeah, that's
occasionally. It doesn't have to be people, just souls in general. I don't know which one's the tastiest. I haven't tried it yet. I'm gonna hut it up somewhere, probably some random alley. Feel free to stay in your rooms. Do expect to be assassinated.
Hanging around you guys, I've had to expect to be assassinated, so it's nothing new there.
There is more than enough space in the hut if you'd like to, slum it.
So
I would have a kickoff party, super exciting, like drinking night at the Thundering Lizard. I will spend 30 gold on alcohol at the Thundering Lizard.
30 gold. Are you drinking all of that yourself?
Oh no, I'm sharing. I'm meeting new people. Have you met me? That's me at the Thundering Lizard. And then I drunkenly
You
try to...
hate laughbox sitcoms.
I do.
Except that one. That one's the classic.
No, she hates
no.
that one too.
I just don't like that. No, the sitcoms
that
I can get behind. I can get behind the comedy of it. I can't get behind the laugh tracks. The laugh tracks they grate on me until I want to end it.
That's very
end,
weird without
just
them,
turn it
though.
off. Yeah,
That's
the
very
tempo
without
of
them.
it. Tempo
Very
is strange,
depressing. Yes.
isn't it?
I
Yeah.
find them quite a lot funnier, personally, but
Well, you're normal.
not for the right reason.
I would
Very
question that.
creepy.
I would question that.
What's it gonna take to get a laugh track in the game?
Nothing. I could do that so easy.
Oh,
Me
we
leaving.
have to do
Non-stop.
that.
Oh my god.
That's how we set us apart.
Actually, because we're in Foundry? Okay. So we take a long rest. I drink until excessiveness to kick off into this boat party that we're going on, and hopefully then have a long rest at the inn.
A raucous night with which your popularity is increased somewhat. Although, Tithril, you have 3 different people come up to you and ask if they didn't see you on the day of the races.
Which is today.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
the
that's a
same
good
day,
point.
right?
That's today.
It's all the same day.
Asking if they hadn't seen you out in the street earlier today.
Well, I definitely attended the races. I even encouraged a friend to place a bet. Perhaps you saw me amongst the crowds, and then that horrific incident. Unbelievable, I would respond in tempo continuously.
Narrowing their eyes, one of the commoners who's asked about this stares at you and goes, "Weren't you in the street? I was sure I saw you underneath one of those dinosaurs."
Hmm. Can't say I've been near a dinosaur before and not underneath one, especially. I must be mistaken within the cacophony of the day. It was quite the boisterous afternoon, was it not? Quite exciting.
Aye, that it was. A lot going on, yes. Not many that look like you, though.
Well, perhaps we should share a drink over it. We could even launch an investigation into finding out who it was, for I know not of being an under dinosaur, as you call it. In fact, I've never even seen the creatures before today. Well, yesterday. See, I can't even keep my days straight. How could I have survived that?
I suppose you are right. Rather unlikely. Almost as unlikely as seeing 2 of your kind out here, but
2 of my kind? My kind, sir? Excuse me, what do you mean by my kind?
with your pallor.
I know I'm very pale. It's only because we don't get a lot of sun that side of Waterdeep based on how the buildings are built. So, forgive me for not having the melatonin that you so expect. But,
You take odd offense at that. I was merely pointing out there are few that look like you here, and it is rather strange that there was one so similar to you running about earlier.
and I'm telling you this since we are in the air of complete transparency, that you are utterly and completely incorrect.
Seems odd you telling me what I did or didn't say, but if it wasn't you, then it wasn't you.
I can absolutely, unequivocally, irrefutably say it was not I that was there.
And that is the end of the matter. Can I get a con save for you?
A con save, you say?
Yes, a con save.
Is there a spell being cast in my presence that I can pretend a counterspell?
Ooze.
It's for the booze.
Well, I'm just catching up now.
You are well and truly inebriated at this point.
I don't know who it was that was at the the braces, but it was definitely not me. Just I can guarantee you it was not. I just was not me. I can tell you this. I'm just cracking up.
Gilgamesh comes alongside Sithril and says, "Come, my friend. We have a long day tomorrow. Let us celebrate. Let us live to celebrate another day." And so I take her inebriated self up to her room. Put her to bed.
Sithral allows. Yeah. Oh man, Gilgamesh coming in, just nice guy. Yes, Sithral will just say like, "Good to meet you, friend. Good to meet you. We'll see you again." You should probably get a pair of glasses or something. To the person I was speaking with, who supposedly saw Sithral under a dinosaur.
The commoner just kind of shrugs and walks away.
Okay, glad we had this plot. Glad this arc has fully itself.
Once Gilgamesh has her upstairs in her room, he's going to close the door, say, "You better lock this after I leave," and he's going to go back down to his room.
I do, and then I just go to bed.
You're going to be hungover tomorrow. The rest of you partake in the drinking or observe the people identifying Sithril as the culprit.
People, that's
There
not
were
a singular.
three, remember?
Sithral doesn't.
No, let's not remember nothing.
Smashed.
Gilgamesh partakes in the drinking, but very reservedly. Like he never he does so.
Dinner, one beer.
Huh?
Dinner,
does so-
one beer all night, or
Cautiously. He keeps his mind in control. He doesn't let himself get out of control. So
Flynn, are you asleep? Flynn,
No,
you
I'm
literally
here.
look like you're
I'm
asleep.
listening. I'm listening to every word.
You were so still for like a minute straight. I'm like, is he actually?
I've perfected the art of standing still.
sitting.
I think he just succeeded in his stealth check. I think that's what it was. He just rolled a
Good
natural
point.
20. Oh,
So, long rest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Long rest.
I'm in a hut outside, just watching everything go by.
Can I get a perception check from you?
Sure.
You notice three hooded figures making their way over towards the outside of the Thundering Lizard in the middle of the night. They stand out front for a couple of minutes, staring at the tavern, and seem to be whispering amongst themselves before turning and walking away down the street.
Okay. I'll just watch. If they don't do anything else, I'll let them go. Do I recognize them? Do they look like... I have true sight, so I probably still can't see colour, but... Do they seem more like Zentarim or...
They
anything?
could fit Zentarim description. Could.
I would make the assumption, but I'll mention it later. I'll make a note of it. And that'll be me.
The next
Yeah.
morning, as you awake, you find your guide waiting in the first floor of the tavern. All right, then. Are we off to make our way, or do you need some time to recover?
I recommend we leave immediately. No dallying at all.
I agree. How are you feeling, Cithril?
Shh, 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 shh. Not so loud.
Sorry?
No, God, Bradley, not so loud.
I can't hear you.
Ow, no, God.
These old ears.
Ow. My head.
Didn't you say that the staff had a lesser restoration spell in
Oh
it?
my God, I'm not going to use that on a hangover. How shameful. I'm
You would-
Does it only contain one of the spell, or can it just continuously cast it, like,
It's
once per day or whatever?
10 charges.
Yeah, it usually
how
has
do you
10 charge.
evade charges, like, keeping in character, being like, I think it has a limited use, something to a factor of 10 of some sort, although I can't quite put my finger on
Call
it.
them
It's
charges at the
mysterious.
academy. It's very efficient to describe them as charges. They're very
Oh,
mathematical. I'll show you the book. Charges and me. An intuitive guide to magical items. Why
I
would
haven't
you
read that
call
book.
them
That's
uses?
it's nice that you've had the privilege to have an education such as that.
Well, there's scepters galore in the base. Just don't use up all of them in one go. It can explode or shrivel up or die. Just use 9 charges and no more.
Understood. Do I feel poison? Do I feel?
Yeah.
Oh,
I would really
well
consider
then.
using that if I were you.
Ugh, yeah, I do use it. I use lesser restoration from a staff of healing to solve my
I
unhealthy
don't think it
relation
will
with
work.
alcohol.
As soon as you pick up the staff, it casts lesser restoration on you.
What? What?
Really? Interesting.
So
Oh dear.
it flows through me, and I feel like invigorated, and I snap to, and I go, Gilgamesh, I feel wonderful, absolutely invigorated. I'm ready for adventure. What the hell is this? And I look at the staff, wondering why it cast and used arcane energy without my instigation.
Permission?
Consent.
That's interesting. Have to think on that one, but I'm glad you feel better. Now, let's move on.
Yes. Thank you. We'll leave this to further exploration.
I would recommend trying to run a tune from it if possible. Just to make sure it's not cast. But I wouldn't rush. Maybe leave that to the end of the day.
Indeed. So, Azaka, where to first? Shall we go to the... Did you procure the boats, the canoes?
I have them ready and waiting as we speak. We can swing around and down through the river Shoshenstar. Will you be wanting to make any stops along the way?
Yeah, is there, could you, actually out of character, are there, like, ruffians, like, poor children about or, in the marketplace or around us, or is this, like, a generally affluent part of town?
Generally affluent, but you could probably find a ruffian if you needed to.
Well, how about this? I'm gonna keep my eye out for somebody who looks like an orphan or a beggar or a child, whatever, along the way. And if I happen to see one, let me know.
Okay. And with that, are we okay to take a short break real quick and then come back?
Yeah.
With it.
Call it 5 minute?
Cheers. Yep.
All right.
That's good.
Sounds good.
Are you laughing at me, Bramnir?
Always. He laughs at everyone.
No, never.
Are you finding my searching for children suspect, knowing my history?
I actually assumed you were going to pay off an orphanage or something and be like, give
Pay
all
off?
these children new fur coats or something.
Why would I do that?
Because you're a nice guy.
I was gonna do that.
I knew we were going to do that. That's why I was fine. It's too early in the campaign for you to get a child armor. You can't do it straight away.
I think that was my problem with the last campaign, was I got my child army too late in the game.
I mean, they're annoying. They're a pain to cart around. I don't have insect repellent for kids.
We spent a session and a half trying to get like a buffalo with a cart attached to it up a flight of stairs.
Yeah.
I don't think a kid would be too bad.
I mean, the
Yeah, but
last one worked out for us. Now I've got Simon.
if the buffalo died, it's fine. You can resummon a buffalo. You can't resummon a child.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Gotta be a yes and kind of guy.
You're undead, aren't you?
Just do this. I can't turn every child you find into a lich.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, Sarah, but you were also resurrected back to life in the last campaign as well.
And was not into a lich, just a tiny little hopeful.
It's funny, you guys seem to be posing these limitations upon you and your characters in this land of magic. Something that's dead doesn't have to stay dead here at all.
True. Except explicitly the entire campaign,
On
we
the land,
cannot
yeah.
resurrect the dead.
This is the hook for the campaign.
Yeah, I also actually noticed that too. You guys were saying that you wanted to find the wizards and stop them from doing evil by or something like that and reverse. Oh, you were calling it the curse. You were calling it the curse. That's not true. That's not true. It's literally natural for things that die to stay dead. I would say the curse is bringing them back to life. So in effect, what we're chasing right now is just the natural order of things. I feel like Malcolm from Jurassic Park. It's natural for something to die to stay dead. It's unnatural for it to come back to life. So therefore, whatever's happening to your character and all the other undead and people that have been resurrected, it's not a curse. It's just things going back to the way they should be.
I mean, it's not natural to wear clothes, but I don't see you naked.
Don't fucking threaten me, Bramnir.
You can be naked if you wish.
Flynn
If you want to go walk around the
does not
jungle
need
naked.
fucking yeah, I think I might. I think being
Really going to give Joel a hard time of working out.
I think being one with nature might help us in this quest.
You don't want to give up that fancy sword of yours that's not natural?
Oh, it's natural. It's made out of metal. That's ore.
It might help us on Brazzers, but not on Twitch.
Don't threaten me. Joel will come back and I'll be like, Flynn removes all his clothes.
Oh, man.
I will fight
Everyone makes a dexterity save.
Psychic. No, you just take a d6 of psychic damage.
Psychic damage. Oh my god. The ring of
From how inferior we feel compared to your amazing physique.
No, just by seeing my fucking naked body, you take psychic damage. Oh god. You just have nightmares. You can't take a long rest for like a week.
There is no way I have not seen Flynn's naked body after traveling you.
I love that somebody just joined the stream, just watching, hearing about Flynn's naked body. Naked.
There is no way.
Our stream is so offensive it's so offensive compared to other D&D streams and other D&D players.
Very offensive, yes. Try my best to stop you guys.
Today.
We're bringing the wokeness to D&D. 5 minutes ago, Cithra was talking about how she'd never consented to the wand. So apparently magic requires consent now.
Dude.
Kind
of
does.
I mean, you have to instigate magic. When magic happens and it's like not, you know.
Did it freak you out a little bit when the magic just happened?
Yeah, it freaked me out.
Yeah, it took you out of your comfort zone, your D&D comfort zone. Like, oh, that wasn't supposed to happen.
This is uncomfortable.
I did not consent. I did not consent.
I have to be right back. I'm sorry, but yes, returning shortly.
Oh well. 1 moment.
I really feel sorry for people that are stepping into our campaign right now. have no idea. Just like Phil had no idea that he joined a group of fucking psychopaths. What do you mean? What do you mean, Mike? What are we talking about? I didn't see when you wrote that. Uncle Mike. Oh, you actually think this is fun? Wow. Okay, Mike. My Uncle Mike in the chat is my buddy, and I was like, oh, you should play D&D. You should try playing D&D sometime. And I can't remember what his answer was, but it was like no, basically, like just not his thing or whatever. And then we were playing Divinity 2 a couple days ago, and I was like, man, you guys never played D&D with me, but this is literally D&D. We're playing D&D. When you play Divinity, you're just playing D&D. Things are just named different.
True.
So now he
And he
thinks
was unconvinced.
watching our campaign is fun. I'm gonna get him into D&D.
Different
Well, we
genres.
can start streaming Friday nights soon too.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll watch that. But yeah, that's Mike's thing. Is like he can't commit to a day and time. Like he can't say Fridays I will always be there because of his job. So that's why he doesn't really play. That was his answer. I remember we talked about this.
Aha.
Be tough sometimes.
It's really not tough at all. I just tell people, they're like, hey, do you want to go to dinner with me and my wife, on Friday? I'm like, sorry, I can't. I play Dungeons and Dragons. Then I get a weird look, and that I leave it at that. Like I make the choice to like leave this part of my schedule just closed.
Yeah, I mean, and that's if when your work schedule works like that, that's great. Before I quit my job, I was working 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. 5 days a week, and it just really, took that chunk of time out of my availability. But then I said, okay, this isn't working for life balance, and so I quit. Now I drive Lyft and I make my own schedule, and so
Mike
life is work.
Mike does something
Life works
similar to
better.
driving for Lyft.
I'm loving it. I'm not. I mean, ever since I made the shift, that's been huge, different stress wise. Been a big deal for me. So
I just sell drugs. I figured like if I just sell drugs, like my schedule's wide open. It's like whenever I want to work, I can work.
But low stress.
Yeah, and the clientele keeps coming back.
you know,
It's not like I have
I
to have a marketing department or anything.
For life. Yeah.
Fucking
well,
Mike.
problem with that is they kind of keep dying off on you, don't they?
No,
No.
no, not at all. Why would I? Why would I sell bad drugs to people?
Well, I mean, every once in a while they OD and they kill themselves, and then you have to find a new clientele, and
It's all.
Let's
The
see.
testimonials aren't great though.
yeah.
All right. Cup number 3 of coffee. Good to go.
I got a cup of coffee as well, like right before we took that break.
Nice.
Almost
Purple
midnight
Worm
here.
decided to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning today.
Sorry.
The problem is that
I'm a parent too, so
yeah,
I'm used to it.
I know you're used to
It
it.
sucks.
My daughter
It
is so
sucks.
tall. She's not 2 yet. She turns 2 next month, but she's tall enough now. She was tall enough like 6 months ago to climb out of her baby crib, so we had to replace it with like a twin bed that's kind of a crib, like it's like 4 feet off the ground, 5 feet off the ground, and she's so tall she can climb out of that now. Like before, if she woke up in the middle of the night, I'd just be like, fuck it, I'll just, I won't do anything about it. She'll go to sleep in 5 minutes, and it was great, and I can go back to sleep. Now, she can climb out of her twin bed crib that we've made as well, and she just goes out in the fucking hall and just stands there until she sees
Good.
me, like, wave at her. Like, hey.
Let's get a lid. Get a lid, make it a cage.
I wish I could fucking get a lid and make it a cage. I'm not
Or just,
Flynn.
or just put a leash on her.
I wish I
Yeah,
could
it's
do
tie
that
her to the
too.
bed.
I wish I could do all of this. And Terry worked today at like 6 a.m., so she had to be up at 5 and leave. So she was gone out of the house before little fucking purple worm woke up. So I'm falling on my face tired right now.
Yeah, another feeling.
I would love to tell you it gets better, but as a father of a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old, it don't.
It's not gonna get better. The only thing I need it to do is I need her to become self-sufficient enough to turn on the TV. Once she can like turn on the TV and go to Netflix and put on Netflix, then I wouldn't care if she's up at 5 in the morning. I've baby-proofed that whole area. Come on, hop out of bed. You know how to climb back in. You know where the TV is. Go watch cartoons at 5 a.m. if you want. I'm not gonna stop you. I just don't want to get up and have to deal with your bullshit.
Yeah, but that level of autonomy makes for other problems really fast.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
That's what the drugs are for.
It makes for a lot of problems really fast.
I'm wondering how long we were meant to stay in that town for. Probably more than a day.
Dude, I was about to burn that whole fucking place to the ground. If we were there for like 2 more days, I would have done something drastic.
Hey, I mean, if you didn't, they were gonna kill you pretty fast.
I'm really surprised you made it through that night. I thought those 3 were going to come in, but...
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Thank goodness we got a lead from the first person we spoke to before they realized how evil we were.
Well, some of you. I tend not to be too evil.
Yet.
There is a level where
One
you
of us
start
is
just
gonna
getting
get the other.
judged by the company you keep, though.
The beauty of it,
I'm realizing that, considering that I got shot and I didn't do squat. I got shot by a crossbow and I didn't do nothing. I was just going to try to protect the grandfather. And
I mean, this can't be the first you've ever heard of this. That's a problem of life.
Oh,
yeah, so I'm going to have to start choosing my company a little bit differently, I think.
you take the high road a lot for somebody who, as soon as he gets money, buys the biggest, most magical fucking axes that he can find, and then buys 3 of them. Okay?
Well, I mean,
They're not big. They're small. They're itty bitty. They're good for throwing it clear across the room and splitting somebody's head open.
And
And
you call me the evil one.
there's no
Yes.
morality in the jungle. We'll be fine.
Emphatically.
I'm not evil. I haven't picked one fight since we started this campaign. It's all been these guys.
Okay, we can ignore the last campaign, I suppose.
I want to add.
He's
there
like,
was-
hey,
it
there
was
wasn't any
mostly-
witnesses. Where were all the viewers?
Yeah, exactly. Nobody saw nothing. And even
The
last
final-
campaign, it was you, Bramnir. I believe you were the certain somebody who was like, "Hey, you know what? We probably should turn around and go kill that cleric." That was you.
Well, that was correct.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just saying.
He was going to tell Strahd he can communicate with us.
Sure, he was. Didn't pick that fight. Didn't murder that guy.
I mean, he was pure evil. He
I
was
couldn't even tell you the last
great
person I
dog
attacked
man.
first.
You attacked that vampire guy who brought the invitation to the wedding.
Well, how about
Oh yeah,
the
remember
ship?
you were the one who fucking told me to do that too.
You
You were the
didn't
one.
have to do it.
Yeah, that's always your excuse. That's always your excuse. That's the same thing with the gambling. I was just trying to teach them a lesson about gambling. You instigate and then you back away. Like I
You know what
didn't
you're
mean
talking
for
about.
you to cheat on that race.
You could have just learned your lesson.
I don't learn lessons.
We'd be so much richer if I hadn't tricked you. Oh. Even I lost 200 gold from that, but it was worth it.
Okay, you're probably getting the money back. I say
How?
probably because Cithral's doing a lot of appearances in her true form. That might complicate things.
Don't worry, we'll never be back in this town ever again. It's fine.
You're right, it's not like it's the only town in Chult.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
What have we done?
So
Let's
how
stop
did you
calling
guys
them the stupid
all
tourists.
wipe out in Tomb of Annihilation? We literally couldn't buy rations or insect repellent anymore.
I don't need to eat, so I'm fine. So sucks to be you.
Yeah, and we'll just eat
Oh, I am
Bramnir.
dying.
Yeah, but how far are you going to get when you're the only one alive?
I've gotten this far.
And every day is worse.
Shh.
I like lich meat. Well done. But I think that's the way it comes.
Definitely rare. Come on,
It's rare.
All right.
get on this boat.
Canoeing.
Get it? Rare. I've never
Uh,
canoed, I've only kayaked.
Azaka is waiting for you with 2 canoes over by the harbor. But you spot her some ways down from the ships off to the far left. Like there's all the activity here and she's over there. And you can see her looking around and she quickly waves you over as soon as you come into view in the harbor.
I approach. Get in the boat.
You'll want to
Right.
keep your heads down. A ship rolled in while I was getting the boats ready. They're asking questions about you.
Is it Jelish's ship? Is it here? Can I see it?
No, they're Zentirum.
Oh, how many?
A big ship worth.
I heard they're bad people. What do you think, Sisman? Should we go to the jungle? Or should we try and steal the
Yes.
ship?
No. We have been.
Absolutely not try to steal the ship. I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Yes, let's go.
Our DM's like begging us to get in the fucking boat and go. He's like, please,
DM
let's
is
No,
definitely
go.
begging us to go
IRL,
get
I
this
am
ship.
too.
I'm just banking on the more that I push, the more that Bramnir's going to go try to sink the ship or something.
No way. He's definitely telling us to go sing that ship. Can you not hear a railroad when it's coming? Choo choo, everyone on board.
He's practically
speaking
begging
in
us to.
I'm speaking in
Thank you.
thieves' cant to Bramnir.
I want. Okay, fine. I'll get on this
I
stupid
want.
boat.
Canoes.
Get on this
Let's go.
stupid
Let's
canoe.
get out of here. Now.
You're gonna regret this, all of you. We could have blown up that ship now. Next
We're
there's gonna
gonna
be
do it.
3 of them.
Next time we come back into the harbor, we'll.
Well, there'll be 3 next time. We should be
Good,
doing it one at
3.
a time.
3 fucking ships to blow up. Great. Let's go.
Let's get out of
I
here.
need to figure out some clever uses of my spells. Come on, let's go.
She kind of convinces you to all to go low, and she drags some like tent tarp over the lot of you, hoping to keep you concealed.
Smart woman. I like her.
I poot. I let out a little.
I'm going to
Why?
put on my hat of disguise
Yes.
and attune to it.
Okay. That'll take you a bit.
Takes an hour or something, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
that's fine. That's why I'm letting you know now. Just putting the hat on.
Fair enough. As you start to head down the canoes, Right now, she has all 6 of you in, all 5 of you and herself in one, and the other is tied off behind, trailing, to try to make it look like it's just her. And as she sets off, she swings around the bay and then towards the mouth of the river. After going around, she kind of looks about and pulls back the tarps and says, "Right. Well, I think we're about as good as we can hope to be now."
Well done. Thank you for your quick thinking.
So my first question is, are we staying along the river the whole way, or are we getting off anywhere?
I
You
think
are the guide. Whatever will get us to the basin the fastest will be the way to go.
I agree.
All right, we'll go quick and dirty, I suppose.
That's us.
What makes it dirty? What are we going to face?
The mud.
Well, we've got quite the distance ahead of us. Following the river, it's going to be about 160 miles to the Aldani Basin. So if we're not pausing along the way, we're going to be quite rancid and sticky by the time we get there.
How far do you think we can travel every day?
Well, let's see. Favorably, without any kind of interruptions, maybe 18, 20 miles a day.
Okay. All right. That'd take us about a week to get there.
Precisely. So if we're not getting off the boat that entire time, well, you do the math.
All right. Well, let's. Why don't we agree to like we'll travel the river at night, and then during the day maybe we'll explore the jungle area and sleep.
You'd rather take the river by nighttime? I suppose, if you prefer.
I look at the rest of the group, right? That's what you want to do. Predators
It
tend
is
to hunt at night, so it might be safer to be on the boat rather than sleeping in the jungle at night.
I look like a jungles person. Sure.
whatever the
I
guide
oh,
recommends.
Yeah,
Be
I was going to
the way
say
to go.
this.
I do not
We
know
we
this area.
hired the guide for a reason. Let's let the guide make those decisions and um follow her advice to get us to our destination as quickly as and efficiently as possible. And if she wants to take the river at during the day where she can maneuver better, because I mean, if we're doing a jungle river at night, it's going to make it more difficult for her to see obstacles in the river. Um, if we're taking yes, there's fewer predators while we're sleeping during the day, but there's pros and cons either way. So I say we let the guide make those kind of decisions because she's more familiar with the best way to make this kind of journey.
Well, what's your priority? Not being detected? Or not encountering dangers along the way?
Well, dangers we can probably handle pretty easily. We're no slouches when it comes to fighting off the occasional wildlife.
quick as possible. I am rotting by the day.
Yeah, I think speed is more of our concern over anything else.
Quick, quick,
Yes.
quick.
Understood. All right, then. We'd best be off. Um, I'll let you know once we get into an area that might be hospitable to us for some rest.
Very well.
As you get to the mouth of the river, a second. To about here, if everybody can see. She quickly pulls over and tries to coordinate for a few of you to get into the other canoe.
Does she want Brock to be in one and me to be in the other? Does it matter to her?
She doesn't have a preference.
Okay. What do you think, guys? How do you want to break up the
I
two
think it's best that
canoes?
we all stay together. I think we should all be on the same page.
All right. Well, we want 3 people in one canoe and 2 people in the other canoe with
the guide.
With the guide. So, who do we want in the canoe with the guide? Who wants to be in the other canoe? Who do we want in the other canoe?
Sith will absolutely align themselves to be with the guide as closest as possible for the self-serving nature that it is.
Gilgamesh, can you stay with the guide as well? I'm worried about Sithral doing something strange.
All right, fair enough.
Speak for your goddamn self.
Well, I'll be on the other canoe, so I'm not going to attack her, but you might. It's very strange.
I've never attacked anyone.
22 did!
Yes.
Sorry.
No. That was not an attack. That was collateral.
That's better. I don't... I apologize.
All right, so we've got Brock,
Also,
Bearmere,
what are we talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. I wasn't
Flynn
even
in
involved.
one canoe, which makes sense because Flynn has the piloting capabilities.
I think
and then
Flynn should join the guide as well. After
want
all,
me and Brock alone on a canoe for some reason.
A captain works best with their navigator, do they not?
You want a navigator? Oh, the guide is the navigator, I suppose. Do you need a captain on a canoe?
Welcome.
Are canoes worthy of having captains?
I'm not being
God.
paid. I'm not working as a captain. I'm not being paid for this. We hired a guide. Let the guide captain.
What does it tell?
Are you
What
being
is it you tell
salty
your
now,
crew?
Flynn?
What do I tell my crew?
You're being
life
paid in experience. Yeah, you're being paid in life experience.
But mainly what the big takeaway is that you're supposed to look both ways before you cross the street. That's roughly what I tell my crew.
How does that work on a boat?
You tell me.
Look both ways before you cross the river. Probably good advice when there's things coming at you on the river. All right, so you can't have everybody in one canoe, so we got to have at least one more person on the other canoe. So we got Brock.
Bramnir and Brock are on the other canoe.
Brock and Bremir and one other person. So I'm fine with Flint going over there. So it's Gilgamesh, Cyril, and the guide in one. Arkash, Azaka in one, and the remainder in the other. I'm okay with that breakup. Does that make sense with everybody else? Going once, going twice. Yes. Sold. All right. Gilgamesh has spoken. It will be done.
Can we try something else?
What do you want to try?
Nothing, that's fine. I just wanted to be a dick.
I totally wasn't even paying attention to who's in whose canoe.
You're with me and Brock. We're in the cool canoe. The lame canoes up front.
This is the fucking fun canoe where we rocket side to side. And...
Where we get out the trolls follow.
Side, no guide.
What's
that green dice? What is that?
I give 10 gold that they don't make it halfway down the river before they're all wet.
I agree, Gilgamesh, but let us not tell them.
Smart move.
Here, have you tried These are fermented berries I got from somebody named Chef on the boat that we traveled here with.
Oh,
Yes. Chef makes of a grand fermented berry. These are
fer-
supposedly
ferment.
very delicious. You'd care to try?
I would love to try.
Excellent. Me too. And I pop a couple. They're just I don't know, fermented berries. They're like pickles
Fermented
for
berries?
berries.
So yeah, I'll pop a handful.
Surprise, we're drunk.
Already? Oh, lovely.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing.
Bramnir,
No, you're dead.
did you get those drugs we were talking about?
Me?
Yeah, did you
Dude,
get the
you're
drugs?
on the other
Citril's the
canoe.
dealer.
I'm not. I'm talking to Bramnir. Bramnir's with me on the.
Oh
canoe.
yeah, that's right. That's right. Sorry.
I just
All
had
right.
this troll's folly. I didn't know how to get drugs.
As you're sailing down the river, okay, so can I have one person from each boat, each canoe, taking watch with a perception check as the others
Yes.
are rowing?
What do you want to do? You want to do it or should I do it?
You go ahead. I have faith.
Shabba-ba-ba-down.
Oh.
Hey yo.
Nice.
How many dinosaurs?
You see
Over the course of the
27.
first, yeah, over the course of your first day down the river, at one point you see a creature's head protruding out from the jungly scape along the river, and then snake up and eat some leaves from the branches overhanging the river as you see an incredibly long neck sticking out. The
See,
head kind
Flynn?
of turns and
Even,
looks towards you as you float down the river and follows you as you go before snaking back into the jungly forest and disappearing.
Does Cithril see this as well?
Yes, both of you do.
Can I take special note of it to polymorph into it for later?
Yes, you can.
Whatever the creature is, I don't know. I still don't know.
Brontosaurus.
nice. See, Flynn? Even the monsters eat their vegetables.
That's a good shout. Gilgamesh.
Some while later, making its way down the river, but slower than you, it appears to be something bobbing and floating in the water as you're slowly catching up to it.
What is it?
What is this? What is that? What is this?
Perception or investigation?
You've already spotted it, so now it
Insight.
floating either a log or a body.
Ooh.
So if I use my athletics check, can I pull it up into the canoe with us?
Yes.
Be careful of undead.
You easily heave it into your boat.
All right. So now that it's in the boat, am I able to determine what it is?
Let's burn it.
It appears to be a human body, Cholton by its complexion and clothing.
I ask Azaka if she recognizes it, or the person, or why it would be floating down the river.
He's just sleepy.
She looks at the body for a moment and goes, "Never seen that one before. It's not that uncommon that we find someone floating along."
You know, as I'm going through my skill checks, I'm realizing that a fighter is much, much different than my lore bard in the other campaign.
That's putting it lightly.
Yeah, it's like, I'll just do. No, I'm not gonna just do that. Yeah, man.
Accidentally just threw a D8 into my coffee.
No, you didn't. You just dropped a dice.
A metal D8
What
into
did
my
it land
coffee.
on? You're supposed to drink your coffee and then
3.
you failed your caffeine check.
All right, so I'm going to ask Sithril, can you look at the body and tell me what you see, how the person may have died?
I yell back, I cannot look at the body in the other canoe unless we make
You're
landfall.
you're in my canoe.
Oh, I am. Yes, so I do. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Gilgamesh. Yes. What can I roll?
Be an investigation, I would assume.
Medicine, actually, would be a good one.
Oh, okay.
Medicine.
Yeah.
Incoming. 7.
Oh.
You're not an expert, but you think the tiny arrows riddling the body had something to do with it.
What's riddling the body?
Tiny arrows.
Okay. Thank you.
Hmm.
Like,
All right.
each one only about this long. Foot and a half, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I
So
relate it.
we've got a body riddled with arrows. Floating down the river.
I see this, and Sithril, let me check one thing with my intelligence. I say, perhaps we should take cover if this is the case. Also, are we going downstream or upstream in this river?
Downstream.
So we're going downstream in this river, and the body came to us from downstream?
We're just going faster than the body was floating.
Sure. But
Because
it
you're
definitely came from downstream, right?
rowing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Um,
So I say perhaps we should take cover. It seems the intelligent thing to do.
I'm sorry.
Alright.
You are in fact moving upstream. My bad.
And the body then therefore came
The opposite direction.
from upstream. The body was floating down. Yes.
Correct.
Okay. So
So
then
it's
yes.
coming towards you.
As odd as it is, that doesn't change anything but what I just said.
It means
It
that the source of what killed it
covered.
is up ahead instead of behind you. So yeah, that does actually change something.
Yes. Do I have? So I would take cover. I would attempt to hide behind, like, I don't know, my bag and stuff, and I would try to hunker down a little bit.
Azaka sees you doing that and she says, What is it? What did you find on the body?
So I take one of the arrows out of the body. I show her the arrows. I said, do you recognize these arrows at all?
Those look like grung.
No, they can't be drunk. They're just arrows. She gets drunk. These are just arrows.
You must be drunk because I said grung.
Oh, grung. Oh, sorry, I misunderstood.
Zing.
Okay, who are the grung?
Little, deadly little frog folk.
Okay, well, deadly little frog folk are ahead of us. So we better
They're basically everywhere.
Okay.
Best you can do is be attentive and hope that you can survive their surprise salvo and then get shots back at them.
All right. So I tell Sithril what she just said because Sithril's in my boat. Bramnir, is your telepathic message thing still going on?
I doubt it. I have to do it every hour.
All right. So I yell back to the other canoe, "Hey, we got nasty frog folk going to be shooting little arrows at us pretty quick. So keep your eyes open and your ranged attacks ready."
I turn to Bramnir. I'm like, did he just fucking say ranged attacks?
Yes, did you buy a crossbow?
No, why would I buy a crossbow?
I don't.
You guys got the crossbows from the. You guys got the crossbows from the assassins, right?
Yes.
No, I can't use the
What kind of
crossbow.
crossbows were there? You can use a crossbow. You're proficient.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm proficient. I'm okay with it, but I'd prefer not to. I think I kind of can see it as cheating. Like, I'm gonna shoot you
How's
from
it
all the way
cheating?
across the room.
Yes, and you can steady aim and then shoot from across the room with advantage.
I don't know.
Cicero, did you happen to pick up the those crossbows, like, or do they have them all?
I've got one for you, if you didn't.
But
For
you're in
the
the other canoe.
bombs, would
No,
I
I'm
would
with
I
Flynn.
categorically go to each one in my medicine check and rip out the crossbows? It seems horrible, but not beyond my means.
Aren't they
Of the
especially
assassins?
small?
I'm gonna stop doing this hand motion now that I see it on stream. Just but yeah, no, could I rip out those crossbows and take them into my inventory?
From the assassins?
Yeah, for whatever the body was that we dragged into our canoe.
The body in the canoe doesn't have a crossbow.
No,
Whatever
he's just got.
bolts or arrows.
Tiny little arrows that'll never work in a crossbow or one of your bows.
No.
Well, can I take them for scrap for tinkering?
No.
Come on, man. Yes, and let's go with some improv shit right now, right?
But
Can I have
I'm just
100 crossbow
I'm just
bolts?
on a
Yes, and
I'm just on a roll for saying no right now.
You just shoot me down. And that's okay. I will respect the DM always.
They
But
probably had
also
some
I
for
will
their bodies, didn't they? They must
not.
have had some spare bolts on them instead of
Alright.
just the crossbows.
All right, Cicero, what? So, do you have any ranged weapon on you at all, except for your your spells?
I have 3 light crossbows.
Could I have one of them, please?
Yes, I drop it lackadaisically into the bow of the canoe.
To the water. Oh.
In the-
Azaka is listening to all of this and she says, "You're just now thinking about this."
I throw
And
axes.
now
I don't do bows. Okay, sorry. I don't think I'm going to hit anything with this. I just had figure I better have it just in case.
I
look
show
at-
them how I show Gilgamesh how to cock it, how to load that crossbow with a bolt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a couple bolts just in case?
Yes.
All right.
I give you like 10 bolt.
10 bolts.
DM
Okay.
DM, is that okay?
10 normal crossbow bolts? Yeah.
Yeah. I actually don't have them in my inventory in full disclosure, but I want to check this with DM. Is it okay if I had a stockpile of maybe
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
50? Maybe
200.
1,000? Just kidding.
Pretty
Plenty.
cheap, it's just the weight.
Sorry. No.
20.
20? 20?
Do
Okay.
we have anything? I forget. I think we have stuff in our bag of holding.
Probably.
I think there's like
What are you looking for?
a gold and black bow or something in there. I forget where the list is. I don't even think we have a list, do we?
That was from your Mad Mage list.
Oh, okay. I get
Yep.
them confused.
Well,
Most important thing we've
that's-
got in the bag of holding at the moment, I think, is the map.
so I give 5, like, I don't know how much we're going to follow the ammunition, but I'll give 10. I'll give half of my crossbow bolts to Gilgamesh. And then I also have a +1 light crossbow. Hand crossbow, excuse me.
Okay. You're attentive on watch, being present and careful as you peer into the jungle, but it is dense, and you make it through the day without seeing any other activity here. As you're approaching nightfall, Azaka looks back and says, Well, do you want to keep on through the night?
Yes.
Speed is of the essence, so if you can make it through the night, then let's keep moving.
Indubitably.
Very well. Everyone do me a favor and keep your eyes open.
No problem, I don't sleep.
He pauses and looks at you and goes, and why is that precisely?
You don't want to know.
Years of training.
Micro naps.
Half my body sleeps at one point, and the other half at the other point.
That is very interesting. So you're never more than half sane.
Here with these
Explains a
people.
lot. Explains a
Yes.
lot, doesn't it?
Really does. Right then. Going through the night, can I get perception checks again? If you don't have dark vision, it will be with disadvantage.
Do you have dark vision?
Flynn does not have dark
I
vision.
do.
Oh, you do?
Half elf, man.
Ah, that's right. I'm just always
Sit-
thinking of Simon's problems.
Simon's got a lot of problems, man.
Cithril, do you have dark vision?
Goggles of night.
Okay, there you go. That works.
Wow. So Bramnir and Cithril, you're on the same boat, right?
No, it's
No.
No. Separate boat.
Gilgamesh.
Oh, okay. I was gonna. Cithril on her boat is not attentive.
Cithril hasn't rolled hers yet.
Sorry, I
Sorry,
rolled
I
my
was
mistake.
medicine.
Mhm.
Keeping watch, you don't see anyone following along, at least through the dense underbrush. But as you're continuing on through the night, everyone who's not undead, can I get a con save?
Whoa. Okay.
Who doesn't roll?
Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, with a 20 Gilgamesh. Yes.
Nice.
Ithril, you have +8 to your con? Hats off.
Well, yeah, I took it from Simon. I mean, when Simon is like, he's got, yeah, inspiration from Simon. I was like, maybe this bard is a bit hefty.
Thick bard.
Thick boy.
Despite being
Yeah.
rather weary, none of you are exhausted as you have rode through the night and made your way a decent stretch down the river. But now morning is coming up, and as Zaka looks around, and she's bleary-eyed. Right, well, you were saying something about sleeping through the night, weren't you?
I think we'll be sleeping through the day.
Yeah, sleeping through the day. Well, uh, I think it's day now, don't you think?
Shall we park up?
Yep, very good. Let's find someplace where we can. Um,
I'll hut.
yeah, but we still need to like secure the boats before you create the hut, right?
You guys need to secure the boats. I'm not doing that kind of thing. That's just like a you problem.
I'll secure our boat. I'll tie it up and use like a special knot, whatever knot you would use when you tie up a boat to make sure
See,
it's secure.
all that pirate ship training comes in handy, huh, Flynn?
It does eventually.
So what time of day is it?
It is about 6:30 in the morning. as you're pulling off to the side, and Azaka at least seems eager to get some rest.
God,
Yes.
I assume we can't keep the boat in the hut in any way. It wouldn't fit with all of us. The boats. How long are they?
No, the boats definitely cannot fit in the hut with you.
That's a shame.
Let's just haul up for the night, or for no, it's daytime. It's 6:30 in the morning. This is fresh starting time. Although Azaka wants to rest down. I would.
Well, none of you have had a rest, so this is a perfectly appropriate time to rest.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll throw up the
Long
dome.
days of travel.
We'll travel at night. It's cooler. Less different predators.
Very different predators.
Hmm.
As you
Okay.
pull off and you get inside the hut, the canoes are in view. Only about 15, 20 feet away from you inside the hut.
I'll be keeping an
Okay.
eye on them.
Let's see. As everyone else is taking rest, if Bramnir is up for just keeping watch the entire time, everyone else gets 2 hours of free activity if there's something you want to do.
Ooh, I would use my cartographer's tools to mark where we have gone down the river and to make a record of the travels we've already incurred.
Okay. Could I get a charisma check from you to see how vibrant you make this journal?
Yes. Huh.
Well, you've certainly
Wait.
got a flair for the dramatic.
Wait a second. What was that roll?
That was a
Plus
charisma
two.
check.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Uh,
But no, wait a second. It rolled an 18, but my charisma says a +4.
2 for bard thing. You get half your proficiency for a bard, don't you?
This
On
is
checks.
true. Yep, you get half proficiency on any check you're not proficient in.
Oh, I also forgot to
Oh.
mention, when we do short rests, we get an extra D8 of healing because you're a bard, I think, in Song of Rest.
Well, Song of Rest, yes, but that's for a
Yep.
short rest, yes.
Any kind of ability
Yes,
check
we
that
did
you're
do that last time, I don't think.
any kind
Yeah.
of
There's a few
ability
things
check
from
that you're not proficient in, you get to add half your proficiency, which also counts toward
initiative.
initiative.
Really
Yep.
good. Counter spells.
Yep.
I
Counterspell,
can't do
dispel magic.
counterspell.
You should learn.
I need to gain a whole
Really
level before I
good.
get that.
Dispel
Bards have
magic, I think,
counterspell?
as well.
I
No,
love
magical secret.
playing Merritt has so much fun with some of the stuff that he gets to do.
Magical secrets.
Yeah.
It's a really popular one. Counterspell for law bards. Because they
I
get
mean-
Yeah,
that
no,
extra
I don't
proficiency
have
bonus.
magical secret.
You don't
Oh yeah,
yet.
I mean,
You do. You're a
Mer-
bard, you get magical
Oh,
secrets.
you get
You're
magical
at level
secrets.
10, don't you?
Yeah, you'll get magical secrets. Lord bards just get more magical secrets.
Yeah. Oh. Law
But is
bard.
that a one-time use thing?
No,
Yeah.
you get to take 2 spells from any list and add it to your spell list.
Forever.
Yep.
You at level 10, you got to take 2 spells from any spell list and add to your list.
I think you got Eldritch Blast with it.
Oh my god, you guys, I took Eldritch Blast and Shield of Faith. I did not take Counterspell.
It's okay. Honestly, Counterspell is getting significantly nerfed after Monsters of the Multiverse came out.
Yeah.
Counterspell was still great to have. I also don't have Sending, I don't have Message, I don't have a number of different things, but I did take Shield
Fireball.
of Faith and Eldritch. I did not take a Fireball
You
either.
could have had
I took
Fireball.
fucking Eldritch Blast.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know
because
why.
I love Eldritch Blast. It's just
Yeah.
great. I hit with a 29 on my last hit. Anyways, I digress.
You do.
Charisma check 24, Constitution
Right,
save
Wall
11.
of Force.
Yep.
Yes.
No, I mean, that's why I'm scared that he's up in 2 miles up in space and not sure how he's going to get back to Earth, because I'm having so much fun with Merritt, because he could do. I mean, he could cast so many different spells. I mean, he he can cast anything. I mean, he picked up teleport and prismatic ray, and and he can be the healer, and he can. Yeah, he just does a bunch of everything.
Was Merritt a part of the wrecking crew?
Wrecking crew.
Forgive me if I'm misplaced with that, but yeah, I feel like because I worked with you running a bard in Curse of Strahd.
No, I didn't play a bard in Strahd. I played a monk in Strahd.
That's right. Yes. Okay, so it wasn't Merritt,
Monk.
but it was a monk in Strahd, and you played with
Yep.
the wrecking crew.
Yep.
I'm pretty certain about that. You were a monk within
Yep.
the wrecking crew with Ebon.
Yep. That monk was
Ebon,
fun too. The monk
totally.
was fun too. So
Somebody always cast the moon. Moon. I don't remember what it's called. Moonbeam. Moonbeam. Yes. They always
mhm.
cast Moonbeam, and that was a pretty hefty thing with all of the small scale Strahd environments that you encounter. But here we are in the middle of Cholt, going down a river. We've made it through the first night. I'm pivoting, I'm segueing, I am getting on that two-wheeled horse and riding it now
Getting us back on
down
track.
that
Very
river.
good.
Yes.
All right. So we're sleeping. Took a long rest. Azaka is back up in. We had some people that were attuning to items, right? We had Flynn was attuning to his hat. Cithril, you said that you had some things that you wanted to do during this long rest.
Yep, I was making cartographer notes for
That's
us
right.
to get back up the river.
Right.
I'm watching
You're watching.
non-stop.
Flynn looks like he's asleep.
And as you are unmolested during the night, everybody gets a long rest. They attune to their
Woohoo!
items. And I believe that is a good time to pause for today.
Very good. Good session, guys.
That went
We're
well.
finally on the way. We're finally getting down that river. It took a
We're so
session
much
and a half
better
or
when there's
so.
no people around. We haven't trampled anyone this session.
Oh man!
I just had to get you guys out of town. That's all I was my job, is just to get you guys out of town.
We can't murder
Oh.
innocent people if there aren't any around.
There we go.
We haven't trampled anyone this session.
Oh man.
Just wait.
I love it.
All right, guys. Just to let you guys know that next week I will be out of town, taking my family camping. So, Gilgamesh, you know, I already let Corin know that, asked him to play my character. Just because if I let one of you guys play him, he'll end up drunk on Troll's Folly and at a brothel somewhere. So, but have fun, and I will catch up with you guys in a couple weeks.
We'll miss you, Phil. Gilgamesh, take care. Sorry.
Looking forward to seeing what kind of craziness you guys get into.
We'll be straight edged next session.
I don't believe that for half a second. I don't
Not
believe that for a
even
second.
a little bit.
Scam a dinosaur.
I don't believe that for half a second. Oh man.
All right, guys.
This was good fun.
Thanks, everyone.